Hey, my Cola gang. Hey, my booze. My booze is in early attendance. Got Cody, my boo Renee, my boo Joyce. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to just get this show on the road. But see, I'm not even surprised at what happened. But those poor little Lord of the Fire children over there in Carbonation, I'm just disgusted by what they did. Because all jokes aside, like I've been watching ISIS. ISIS seems like a nice person that got caught up in some bullshit. Hey, Julia. Hey, Cookie Boo, that got caught up in some shit. And I can't stand. Matter of fact, let me let her tell y'all what the fuck happened. And we gonna do this how we do this. You feel me? If you have the ability to share this out, please share this out. If you can't share it out on YouTube, share it out on your IG, your Facebook, wherever it is that you can share it out. It's much appreciated. It's free, and I love you guys for everything you do. So let's get this show on the goddamn road. Hey, Black Wall. Okay, here we go.
So I was in there with Mama Nine, Mama Peace, three of us in this big old tent. So we have a party in the tent. Her Rudy and Knowledge and Avir, we all in that tent, having a little conversation. We watching the live of her getting her tattoo. I look at the situation. I stopped watching the live because I realized, you know what I'm saying, I wanted a tattoo, you know what I'm saying? But I let it go because I realized, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is, whatever's going on is going on. But then I'm vibing off the tent. Mama Knowledge felt the same way. Still the next day, I woke up in my feelings as well. So I'm in my feelings and we go to do yoga. Mama Nine took upon herself to speak out about it behind my back because Mama Nine is a snake. Dyke ass bitch. While her pussy hanging out. And that's how you gonna be a lesbian with your pussy lips, labias, hanging out like that? How is that your pussy lips? It's like this. Flappy. Flappy Duck. Y'all know that game, Flappy Duck? That's her pussy. And I said, if I really wanted to reflect how the fuck I felt, I would. Girl, they stripped me butt naked. Zoka spit on me. After they tried to jump me in his office, he had them try to take me outside. I took the fuck off running. I took off running. Then True caught me. After they fucking beat me, he called in and gonna say, "Oh, Mama Peace, you got hands, Mama Peace. Mama Peace, you got hands." All this type of weird shit that's going on. Like, you don't even know if this shit real or not, but you fucking praising these bitches for making it seem like something that I'm not. The whole time, Mama Sheba saying shit to the tribe bitches to make them feel like I'm the weakest link because I keep doing squats, because them bitches want to see me crack and fold, keep asking me to go home. If you weak, go home. If you weak, go home. You could get your ticket right now. And then at the end of the night, after they beat my motherfucking ass and I'm naked and
All right, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up to at least 20. We got 43 in the building. If you feel me, let's try to get these up. You feel me? It feels me. Ill. I just sound like Mama Pooh. Yeah. Hey, Naza. Hey, let me see how I pronounce your name. Sefuna. Hey, how you doing? Hey, CCW. Missed you. All right, let me see what these is looking like. Thank you, Andre. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Let me see. Hey, Goldens. Let me see what the hell these lights is looking like. So that's the time I'm on right now. Come on, stop acting crazy. Okay, I could work with. Hey, young cat, I could work with 33. I could work with it. Hey, Priscilla. Okay, we're gonna continue this video. I could work with 33. I could work with it. I wanted even 40, but we could work with 33.
Nana got spit on. I said, I'm about to go. I said, because y'all not about to keep hitting me. Because Chief told her, stop fucking hitting me. And she kept fucking hitting me. That's that bitch F-Ru. She hit me and he said, stop hitting me. So that bitch subconsciously hit me. She consciously hit me, I feel like, out of fucking jealousy. Then Zoka spit on me. Because I laughed at the fact that this bitch consciously hit me out of jealousy. Zoka consciously spit on me out of jealousy. So I said, I'm ready to go home. Mama and I like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Cause you can see that you can see it in my face that I wanted to fucking take the fuck off on all them bitches. So Mama and I ain't gonna say, what you wanna do? What you wanna do? What you wanna do? I said, I'm ready to go home. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Y'all not about to keep hitting me. Especially after he said, stop hitting me. True yelling, stop hitting her. They still trying to fucking hit me. Jealousy. Yeah, that's how they fucking please their master. I saw that shit. And he didn't even know how the fuck it was articulated. So, Mama and I ain't gonna say, that's cool, you can go home, I ain't want you here in the first place. Bitch, all these weeks, all these days that I've been here, that's how you been acting anyways. I don't give a fuck, I seen your pussy, I don't want your ass either. The fuck? That shit out. Hanging. Like my motherfucking strap. That's not normal. That ain't no dyke pussy. That's a motherfucking undercover hoe. What the fuck you talking about? Mama Knowledge was, she didn't really want to. Because I took care and healed her from her pain. If y'all look at that hiking trip on her way coming down that hill, her foot was split open. And I healed her foot because I know what I'm capable of doing with my hands. I took good care of her. Mama Avir ain't want to either. She got compassion in her heart as well. And I feel bad. Like, I feel so fucking bad for the good ones to be in an environment like that without no love. You could tell they didn't want me to leave because I was feeding them the love and the compassion and what's that word that I always say? I can't even think. And I'm giving them the love that they deserve because they're giving me the love that I deserve. And so we just giving each other the love that's meant to be. So I'm just pissed because he just he outside walking and dogging the fuck out of me for no reason. And he can do that because that's mentally fucking ill. That's ill, dogs. Sheba was concurring up a plan. Mama Knowledge said they used that. They used that to get what they want. They used what I said to get what they wanted. Mama Nine is gay as hell. She love her some Mama Knowledge. And that's a fact. Excuse myself. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a fresh mask over there? Oh, I'm ready to get rid of this.
I have this one to offer you.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah, you just tie it around your head. Or the other thing you do is tie them and put around your ear.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
We can do that.
You don't have a disposable? No?
Do, but we're almost out.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm so thankful. That thing's huge. Oh, goodness. Hold on, y'all. Put this mask on real quick. So yeah, that's what happened. And he told him like, yeah, drag her out. He said, drag her out. And then Mama Zoka turned around, looked at me, and fucking swung on me, and I fucking start squaring up. And everybody started backing up like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I
See, this is the thing, right? Like, I don't feel bad for her because she should have knew better, but then I do feel bad for her because of some weak ass bitches. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, how many of them bitches is there now? Like what? I lost count. But the whole point is, whoever really felt some type of way, y'all should have fought her one-on-one if you felt it was that necessary to want to fight her. Like, bitch, all you bitches felt some type of way that y'all sitting there in the slave quarters while the fuck the new chick that just came from out of no fucking where. And this is the thing where it makes sense. Like, if everybody's supposed to be learning the knowledge and there's levels to get into next to him, she wasn't down there paying her fucking dues. So why the fuck she get to be in Atlanta and get to get tattoos and all that good shit? So yes, that's a common feeling of like, what the fuck? And especially if I came over here to be your wife, why the fuck am I over here with these other nondescript people? And that's real shit. Why? Because I don't got a BBL or something like that. So it's like I didn't fit the, what was it? So if y'all supposed to be having this sisterhood, that's why I said that sisterhood shit that they be talking all the time, that's the fakest sisterhood I've ever heard of, seen, or whatever. There is no sisterhood. It's everybody out for themselves, where everybody is a spy. So when you talk, you cannot comfortably talk to none of these motherfuckers when you come there. All this we one self, one mind, whatever the fuck that shit is. You can't be like that because they all storing information, right? To look good for this nigga and to look good for this fake ass tribe. So nothing, you can't confide in them in shit. And none of them suffer. They don't have empathy. Where it's like, all you bitches have been fucked up. Let's just keep it a buck. All you bitches been fucked up. Sheba, Natiri just said that you got your head pushed into the fucking wall by True. You understand? Mama Pooh, or jokes aside, I'm not even surprised that she went all the way in because she ratchet as fuck. Like, her level of ratchetivity is off the fucking meat rack. So I'm not surprised that she wanted to get down with the get down. But Mama Nine, I'm really surprised at your ass because the way they did that gang mentality on you, you experienced this just less than a month ago. You don't got no empathy where it's like, yo, you couldn't say nothing. Like, listen, I don't think it's that serious. Because it's really not that serious. Just because she said she felt some type of way that chick is getting a tattoo. The fuck was that necessary to beat somebody and to spit on them? Spitting on somebody is the most disrespectful thing that you can possibly do to a fucking human being. That means when you spit on somebody, that's like, I don't even view you as human. You just walking around. You an animal. You not shit to me. That's disgusting. And then stripping people, and then True, you need to mind your fucking business or whatever and stuff, because you be into too much lady shit or whatever. But let's continue.
I'm like, yeah, whoa, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He got all that shit on camera. They all got it on camera. This shit is like Babylon. So I came home and realized But my people been telling me all along, why would you leave? You could do that here. I'm coming home. Y'all could look forward to my craft, my music, my art, and my capability of healing. And y'all could just look forward to me investing back into myself like I was before I met him. I just wanted to tell you, I will get on, I will go online, I will go on Big O and tell my story. You know, them females, like I said last night, are not polyamorous. A lot of times, I said it to myself on my way there. Okay, it's a little sore. I'm gonna go get in my bath, take a bath of Epsom salt, reflect. You know, when you say they, you gotta think about this for a second. I walked into that situation and I didn't know what was to come, so I was a little nervous to see how they would adapt to me being in their environment, and they showed their true colors. That's what it was. A bunch of females not used to change. And it was sickening because that's what I go through at home. So that's why I don't have a man. Because I'm going to tell you something. I got a man here that will never leave me the fuck alone. Anybody ever touched my body will run to me.
Girl, just look at it as a motherfucking blessing that Dusty Nuts over there ain't touch your fucking body. Because from the looks of it, all jokes aside, she might be safe. How you know how these people come there and then they be passed around and fucking everybody and then they get sent home with the super bugs and all that other shit. The way the camp is looking now, it ain't much of that going on because we got Avera. I don't know if Avera even likes dudes like that. I don't see them mingling and fucking with each other. Where so far the people that been with who the fuck they been with, that's who the fuck they with. And then hey King James, and then as far as like Loyal and Pisces and Caliber and them, like I said, it's still up for debate whether or not they even like Cooch or whatever. Like you don't see them partying together, you don't see them dancing together. The boys is over there in they corner, which that's weird as fuck, and the girls is over there in they corner in they tents or whatever, kikiing with each other. So that's a blessing. It's fucked up that she had to go through what the fuck she went through, even though, like I said, is footage upon footage of what kind of time these low lives is on. It's literally the Lord of the Flies over there. So anybody that wants to go there, hey Suki, anybody that wants to go there, watch Lord of the Flies. Like, you understand, everything starts out nice and then motherfuckers turn on each other and want to eat each other and kill each other type shit. Nothing is fruitful there. Yes, the knowledge is good. It all looks good and it all sound good until you in the mix of the shit. And that's what it is. You're not allowed to feel any type of way. And as much as they're like, oh, this is not a cult, this is not a cult. What just happened to her is what happens in a cult, period. Because you can't feel or think against what the cult master wants you to feel and think. You can't speak negatively. It's just like North Korea with Kim Jong-un and them and whatever and stuff. You can't be in North Korea and feel like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to my neighbor and say I don't like the politics of today. Guess what? They gonna fucking take you to a jail. You gonna die there. It's all fabricated. You gotta go with the flow. You can't feel no more when you go there, because then shit like this happens. And like I said, everyone that hyped it up, like Sheba, Zoka, Mama Nine, y'all got the worst, some of the worst batches of the whole shit in there, where something should have kicked in. It's enough of you bitches that from the ones I named, that something could have kicked in. Like, you know what? I've been through this. You know, it ain't that serious. It ain't, you know, let's just pass it along. But to hype the shit up and make it even more than what it was, and then she said they videotaped the situation. This is what motherfuckers is not getting. That's why I say this shit is bigger than Nino Brown. What's going on with carbonation? This is not no regular ignorant ass nigga that went and got a cult of dumb people to just follow him, and the divine feminine, the divine nigga, the divine whatever, age of Aquarius, whatever you want to call the shit, is saving him from jail and other fucking shit. There is a bigger machine behind this fucking fool. If you feel where I'm coming from, like people like Epstein and all of them, there's a whole secret society that all of us don't even fucking know exists on a day to day, if you feel me. Because there's no possible fucking way that things like this is constantly going on and people feel comfortable. It's not even the fact that it's recorded. It's the fact that you're comfortable enough to record yourself doing a crime. When you're comfortable from them to him and whoever, when you're that comfortable recording yourself doing fuck shit like that can possibly come back and send your ass to jail, like basically self-snitching on yourself, you don't have a care in the world because you got something bigger than the system fucking with you. The agenda needs to be pushed by any fucking means. This nigga done been to jail in every country. This nigga, you understand? And at the end of it, let's keep it a buck. Niggas don't care because it's a bunch of black motherfuckers over there. Where we already seen how it went when he had the white people. That's why he don't have, you notice he don't got white people there no more. He got little white avatars spread around like on social media that probably be sending him money and shit. But as far as carbonation, ain't no more white people coming there. After that whole BBC situation and stuff, you see how they responded? Like, no, we gotta go get this white girl Kayla and get her the fuck up out of here because this shit ain't right here. But then we have footage upon footage of this nigga abusing black people, you understand? And it's just like, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about that shit. Well, it just is what it is. But the whole world came to arms for little Miss Kayla. But at the end of the day, karma needs to be reaped for these bitches. Where it's like, this is why I say I don't be feeling sorry for none of them fucking bitches or whatever and stuff. Like, I honestly hope that tonight fucking True stops a mud hole in Sheba ass just because that seems to be what the fuck be happening. These bitches be getting fucked up just because, since y'all want to link together. And then, like I said, Mama Pooh ain't rapped right with her 5150 ass. I don't give a fuck. I said it. You're 5150, baby girl. So she just came there. She probably enjoyed that whole shit with her. You feels me? You're fucking annoying. Avir, I'm not shocked that she said that she didn't want to do the shit. Avir don't give me that fucking weird ass vibe like the rest of them bitches. But yet again, she hasn't been there fucking long enough, because look at Mama Nine. Mama Nine, I felt so sorry for, like, oh my God, the abuse or whatever and stuff. And then you turn around, the abusers is the fucking abusers, the abusees. And it's the nigga not there. And then on top of it with Fufu, I'm so done with Fufu, where it's like, Fufu, you're a fucking bully. You're a bully. You're a punk pussy bitch, and you're fucking a bully. And I can't stand your fucking ass. Now every time Baba G fucking embarrasses your soul and shit like that for the world to see, I'm gonna clap. I'm going to clap my life away. Like, you understand? Like, I'll make a video just to be having fun off that shit, because I really don't like your fucking ass, because you always want to play Billy Badass, you know, when the situation is in your favor. It's just like even with Malia dog ass or whatever with you and the Terry and shit. Why don't you fight somebody on your own? That's what I want to see. People singular hand skills. That whole jumping shit is corny. And I felt that all my fucking life, from high school up, where when you's a weak motherfucker when you gotta jump people. You understand? Like, you are less than whatever. I want to see what the fuck you could do. You need your ass whipped. That's why your ass is over there being a fake teacher and whatever. You probably munching on all them bitches. That's why you probably told them, oh, we can't mix and mingle and stuff, because you want all the bitches, because we know you down low like bitches. You don't like Baba G, you like not eating rice and beans, but that's what the fuck you eating over there now, and that's what the fuck you deserve with your fucking weird ass. Because for him, and that's what it says a lot, because if he told y'all to stop, why the fuck was you still fucking going? You probably mad because nobody told him to stop when he was fucking your stupid ass up. So you was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get all my hits in because I'm jealous. I feel some type of way. Zoka, you're missing a tooth, bitch. So you need to go sit down and think about your fucking life. I haven't even seen Solar in forever. I don't know where the rest of them motherfuckers are. You understand? I'm tired of these bitches. Like, I'm tired. Like, you feel me? Like, I need for something to happen. I hope they go to the beach one day and get real cute and some real crazy Boricua chicks whoop your fucking ass. You need your asses beat. Every last one of you dumb bitches. Like I can't even really key about this shit in the manner that I want, because this shit is disgusting. And like I said, spitting on people, that is disgusting. There's people that I hate. Like, you understand? Like, I've never spat. Like, I spat, don't get it wrong. I spat on someone before. That's when I was young, but that person, they did too much. They called me a cunt and some whole other weird shit. And it was like, okay, you fucking bitch ass nigga. And I spat on them, and that's what it was, because I didn't feel that person was human, and I didn't give two fucks about that person. But for these people with this fake sisterhood shit, and ISIS, let me tell you something. If you go back, because this is what we see all the time. We get people leaving, they act, they seen the light, whatever, and then they go the fuck back. You deserve whatever the fuck happens to you from day one of you going back. Please don't come up on here talking about nothing. Don't put your cash app up. Don't do none of that fucking shit, because we not gonna give a fuck. We gonna laugh at you like the rest of them or whatever. Because if you got family and all this other shit and you knew that, you had no business going there. You had no business going there, but they had no business treating you like a dog in the street. And that's just it. Let me finish, because there's a little bit more, because the fifth element, she pops back up on the scene again, where it's like, I don't know what the fuck that fucking spell caster or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Witch of Eastwick. I don't fucking know what her end game is. I don't fucking know. Where it's like, you trying to promote your products or your business or something, or get like followers, and you just doing it the wrong fucking way, because you look all type of fucking crazy as far as I'm concerned, because you in everybody that got something to do with this nigga, you in they fucking lives. So, but let me finish playing this.
like water, like they need to drink, like they need to breathe. But I don't want them. Why? Just the bitches don't like to share. I'm thankful. They don't like to share. They call my phone, disrespecting me. I don't disrespect females. You know, I Am Malia was with him. Y'all know that I Am Malia.
Okay, I think she got a tinge of slow. I'm sorry, because she lost me at that point. Hey, Triply, hey, Rebel. She lost me at that point talking about niggas, bitches don't like to share. Like, yeah, if they not in no fucking polygamy relationship with your ass, why the fuck are they supposed to share with you? Like, you was kind of stupid for saying that fucking shit. Like people supposed to be happy that you fucking ain't nigga on the side, because clearly you understand that's what the fuck it is when you talking about people don't want to share, and then they calling your phone and stuff like that. So, girl, like, you got to get it together. Like, but there's no pass for being slow, because you ain't slow enough. You had enough sense to get the fuck on up out of there. But we don't want to hear about bitches in the real world that's not with polygamy not wanting to share their nigga. Like, they didn't sign up for that fucking shit. But I just had to chime in on that, because that shit was weird as fuck.
It was with him in Atlanta. Shit. This shit happened, I believe, from the 14th to the 15th. And then I made it home. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm thankful. My family member said we gonna work out our relationship. This kind of was a blessing and a curse, because my family, they want to get back together, and we good together. We are good together. You know, can't keep letting people like get in our head and twist us around when we strong together. I don't have no money. I gotta pay everything back to my relatives, and that's just how I move. So now I'm gonna work out something to get some money. Hello, my love. Hey, Michi. Everybody, this is Michi. He's having some service difficulties. We're gonna see. Michi, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Don't look at me like that. I'm at the airport. I'm at home. Michi, get on your Wi-Fi. I'm gonna drop my cash up. Shit, then again, I'm gonna have to get a whole new cash app card. I gotta go to my bank. I gave him my social. Michi, I'm gonna have to call you back later. Yeah, I'm about to Michi. You got on your Wi-Fi? I don't even know how to do that, y'all. How do I pin it? How do I pin it? Yep, yep. Sure did. Ain't nothing I could do about that. Y'all, I don't even know how to. Let me see. Oh, I see it.
See, that's the thing where it's like, okay, like we feel bad for you, but I don't think it's Cash App bad. Talking about I need money and whatever with your Cash App card and going to the bank. You don't have to go to the bank and do all that stuff with Cash App. You just deactivate your card and get a new fucking card, and then boom, bow, you're done. Cash App is serious, but it's really not that fucking serious. It's not bank account fucking serious that you gotta go through all that. So I don't know if you think we stupid, but you know that's not how it fucking works. But as far as your social, yes, we do believe and we do know that he has your fucking social because that's his whole fucking MO. Where you shouldn't be so willy nilly. You understand? And this is the thing these people don't understand. The knowledge is supposed to be free, correct? So even if you wanted to pay, why you gotta pay like $10,000? Why I gotta get a loan? Why I gotta fuck up my credit for the rest of my life to learn some shit that I could have went on YouTube or I could have just Googled myself and fucking learn. You get what I'm saying? Like you can put a tent in your backyard. You can ground any fucking where. You in the city, you can ground. There's parks, there's grass, there's shit. You don't have to come all the way to West Bubblefuck to pretend like you eating off trees and living off the land when that ain't even the fucking case. Just to end up with fucked up credit or drippy pussy or drippy dick and whatever, because you trying to be down with the get down when motherfuckers already set the map on what the fuck the shit is about. So, like I feel bad that you got stripped and spit on, but no, we don't need you to be putting your Cash App about shit because it's not Cash App worthy. Because clearly you had enough money for you to get the fuck home and your family is coming to get you. So it's not that serious. It's not like you lost in the world like the rest of these motherfuckers gonna be lost in the world. You're good. You wasn't there long enough to alienate people that want to help you, homegirl.
Oh no, Michi. I'm sorry, Michi. Damn. It's his internet access, y'all. He know me the most. He done witnessed me do some shit that only a person to say God can do. Yeah, I pinned it. I learned how to do it. Yo, he can have that money, y'all. Let him have it. Whatever he took, he think that I was. You requested me. I should. Okay, there
Peace,
you go.
goddess.
Peace. I'm thankful.
You know the divine feminine is always here. Always. Let me tell you something. The divine feminine have put out such an energy over this land that we're all going to be protected.
That's a fact.
Okay. And so I just want you to understand what I'm saying. Okay. The divine feminine has risen and we have put out an energy so great that you're going to see the face of the enemy
Mm, 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 mm.
and you're going to know when it's time to leave. Okay. Now, you went through hell to get out. On our journeys, hell is sometimes an option. Because how else are we going to see the other side if we haven't experienced hell?
I'm so over this lady where it's like she always coming in with this fucking extra, how you say it, confusing jargon bullshit where it's like it sounds like it's some shit, but it is really not hitting on a motherfucking thing where it's like, girl, just talk fucking regular at this point. We don't need that higher level shit that you be trying to portray to us because we know, hey, Corinne, we know that you're not higher level. Anybody that drinks closet wine is not higher fucking level. So listen, we don't, why do you be popping up? First of all, you popped on the scene in Dusty Nuts live with all this shit. He's sitting there acting like this. She's with it. Like you understand? Like this is real. Like you understand? Like he's fake praising her. You sat there and co-signed incest. As much as you want to sit there when people come in your live and be like, "What's up with you and that incest stuff?" No, bitch, it was incest. It was incest. I don't give a fuck if you take it. Listen, you can take a piece of shit and dip it in gold. It's still a shitty piece of fucking gold. That's what these people are fucking doing. No, no, bitch. Line breeding, rain, whatever the fuck it was that she tried to say, that's what she said, and that's not incest. It was still incest. It was just a nicer way to say incest. It didn't sound as dirty as incest, but the meaning is still the fucking same. Where the fuck do you be coming from? Where, like, do you be sitting there like how I be sitting there waiting for fucking shit to pop off and I be up in the bushes waiting to record shit? Do you do the same shit too? Because it never fails. Soon as LaDonna left, who the fuck pops up on the scene with the gangster lean? The Fifth Element. Now ISIS done left, the Fifth Element. Then it's like you going back and forth. You don't know whether you like this nigga or not. Like, or like you get what I'm saying? Like, are you supposed to be a mole or what? Or are you just clout chasing? Because I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. When people was asking you in the chat about how you feel about this nigga beating them up and stuff like that when you was on the live, you like, that's not a pertinent question. That's not a pertinent question. That question has no real meaning. Bitch, you know what the fuck the shit meant. So you was coochie crunch with the bullshit when you was sitting on the live with this nigga. Now LaDonna ran away, and then you like, oh, but we are the divine feminine, and this and masculine energy that, and blue blow. You understand? So you don't know. Then she's sitting there on the damn thing on this one because we got some more with her jargon. Like you understand, we're gonna have one of them days today or whatever. Listen to stupidity for a little while, but she's trying to. You're talking shit about him, but then you're like, no, I don't have nothing against the stuff. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everything this nigga stand for, represent, does is against divine feminine, you fucking idiot. And once you talk to his bitches negatively about, you think he gonna let you up on his live and it's gonna be coochie crunch again? So she trying to save her good graces with old boy at this point. Where it's like it's too late for ISIS because ISIS is already at the airport, so she can't even scoop her up and do whatever like what she did with LaDonna. You just trying to pick up the scraps after like with Nature Boy shit. I see you. I see you. I see you, girl. And somebody better call the cops. ISIS, when you get home, you better call the cops. You better do something or whatever and stuff because it's like we don't want to hear this no more from people going through shit and then they just getting on live talking to people about it. Like you better go put some paperwork in or whatever, or do something. Or I'm pretty sure you know some niggas or something. Somebody, something got to give at this point with these people. Even if they can't legally give, somebody need their ass whooped. A couple people need their ass whooped, and that's just where I'm at with it. Where I've never been so pro violence until dealing and covering these weird ass motherfuckers and shit. Hey, Marquita, let's continue. Let's continue because you know I talk too motherfucking much sometimes. But this shit, and I need to calm it down because, like I said, I sense a headache in the near future in the next 20 minutes because we gonna be hearing a bunch of nonsensical bullshit, and this is what the fuck the shit does to me. Y'all know me. It's gonna be crazy. So let's just continue.
First. I know that was deep. That's why I said I wanted you to understand.
You about
You
to
know,
make me cry.
I want you to understand. You know, you made a choice to come closer to the core of the universe within you. And hell is where you ended up. Right?
Facts.
And the choices that we make is within us. You wanted to get closer. So guess what? Within you, you met hell. That was already in you. Right?
Yep.
So now the only way is to elevate
That's right.
up. Right? So you already hit the lowest. Right? So you conquered hell.
That's facts. That's facts.
You conquered the biggest fear. Because people are so afraid to go to the depths within themselves. You've conquered hell already. So now your elevation is your victory. All right?
I'm thankful for that.
See now, see. Now she's giving me pimping preacher vibes. We all know those pimping ass preachers. Those used to be pimps that are now fucking preachers. You know, they've turned their hoes, their bottom bitches and shit into the lady of the church, you know, this word and whatnot and whatnot. Where it's like, girl, just stop it. Just stop it at this point. Cause I'm confused because from what she was talking about on Nature Boys Live, you're not into this whole heaven and hell shit. Now we talking about heaven and hell, and you understand, like, you might as well just sing the Wu-Tang song. Like, she's just giving me a singing moment. Like, what do you believe in? Heaven or hell? You don't believe in heaven because you living in hell. Like, you understand? Like, that's what you giving us. It's not hitting for nothing. It's not hitting for nothing. It's not a hit and a miss. It ain't hitting shit. It ain't even start. I'm just confused why the fuck you here. And the crazy shit is they don't went back live again or whatever stuff. What the fuck you got to talk about? You messing up enough people because I'm telling you, like, girl, you better not come back because you want to probably be in a closet with LaDonna because you know Dusty Nuts don't play that shit. You don't disrespect the crown. You understand? So you understand, like, once you get on live, you might as well just stay on the course of wherever the fuck you going because it's gonna be all downhill for your ass if you turn around and go back there. You understand? Dusty Nuts don't play that shit. They don't play that, girl. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yes. And I just want you to see the magic and the power that you left there. Do you understand that you went there and left such a power that it's going to shake up that place?
Did you see him? You seen it, didn't you?
I see everything.
Yeah.
This is crazy talking to crazy. She didn't leave shit to shake up because it would have shook. The fuck you mean she left an energy that's gonna shake the place up? They would have shook if listen. She didn't need the energy to shake when she left. She needed the energy to shake when she was getting spit on and stripped naked. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck are you talking about? Like, Let's be
Okay?
Yeah.
You left such a power that it's gonna shake. And when they seen it, they was like, oh, snap. And, we got, Queen LaDonna here. You're not by yourself. You're not by yourself because the divine feminine has risen. We have put out an energy so great on this land that we're going to heal it and we're going to turn this place upside down. And unfortunately, it's going to be looked at it as look at all this masculine energy. All this, no, it's not.
okay. Sometimes my hearing be acting up with me. Did she just call her Queen LaDonna, or was I bugging or something? Like I could have swore I heard her just call her Queen LaDonna. Where if girl, if you up here preaching to somebody you don't even know the fuck you talking to, listen. That's why I said her little curses. They can't. It's impossible for them shits to be working because you don't even know the people that you be talking to when you be just talking. But I swear to God, that's what the hell she just said. Like, no, 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 girl. We don't believe you.
Masculine. This is the divine feminine. No
Okay,
one
thank
has
you,
ever
anointed.
witnessed the divine feminine in its elevation, in its highest possible power. And so people mistake the divine feminine with this masculine aggression. We're not being aggressive. We're still in a very powerful position because we placed ourselves there.
That's facts. That's facts. That's
Because
facts.
in order for us to rise, we have to go low. So submission, sub means to go down. So we went from the highest possible place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And come down in a sub place to carry out a mission. That's
Mm-hmm.
submission. Submission is a compound word.
Mm-hmm.
Sub has its own meaning. Mission has its own meaning.
You made it so clear.
Okay? And so now in this lower space of power that we're in, guess where the only place we're going to go now?
That's facts. I received that. I
And
received.
people are going to be afraid. People are going to be like, oh my God, what is this? They're going to resist. They're going to try to stomp it out of you. They're going to try to convince you that it's your lower self. This is not you. And you know you. The divine feminine is here. It has risen and we're inevitable.
Whew, it hurt so bad.
And we're not, it's okay. Through hurt, let me tell you, there's power in hurt. Conviction is happening. You made a choice and truth convicted you. And only thing you can do is elevate. That's it. All you can do is elevate. That's the only thing you can do is elevate. So, okay, you've made a choice. You did the choice. You went through hell. Now where we are. Elevation moment. So now everything that you do must be progressive. Everything that you do must make logical.
Listen, I'm about to just play the damn Fifth Element shit while she fucking talking because I can't. I need something to entertain me because this jargon, and I don't know why jargon is not my favorite word, but this jargon is not. It's not hitting for me. It's not where it's at. I refuse to get another headache like I did the other night with these stupid ass people, and then you got King Kamani back here. Can you just stop throwing that on mommy, please? I appreciate you because mommy about to get a headache because stupid old people is talking about nonsense. Oh my god! So that's what we gonna do because I can't with this girl, this lady, whatever you want to call her. I just can't do it with her. I can't do it today. Not today. Mm-mm. Here we go. Now we're gonna listen to her like this because this is what the fuck it is. This is what we see. Play. Okay, play. Let me find.
Sense. You have to separate from your emotions Because guess what? When I walk into a space, when I'm geared up and I walk into a space where it's a good space of gods and goddesses, you know what the elders come and tell me? Glad to see you found your way back. Welcome back. Glad to see you found your way back. Glad to see you got out safely.
I'm so thankful for that.
This is what people tell me. Because people don't understand what you go through to get to the power of which lies within the core of you. I tell people, get into the core of yourself. Stop looking outwardly for your power. Because we've been taught to separate ourselves from ourselves and to seek guidance from the outside in. But actually, the guidance is actually from the inside out. You've chosen to make a choice. And you've seen hell. I'm just speaking from the energy that I'm getting from you, because that's what you've described. I haven't been there, so I can't say. I'm just describing the energy that I'm reading from you and what you've already described.
You're right. You're right.
Okay. So I don't want anybody on this post going back. She said that the can't was help. That's not what I'm saying. Please don't misconstrue.
See her dumbass trying to clean the bullshit up or whatever. So it's too late, bitch. You talked a whole lot of cash money shit today and yesterday. And so I don't think you're going to be able to go on Dusty Nuts platform to fake promote yourself anymore for social media. I think that ship has sailed for you, homegirl. But we'll let you talk a little bit over here. None of us is going to follow you or nothing, but we'll just let you talk a little bit because we're having the key and shit. That's all it is. That's all it's going to be with you. You too mixy, homegirl.
My words.
She's speaking my truth because I'm not able to articulate it right now. I cannot articulate in my proper truth right now. That's what I'm trying to learn how to do, and it's easier for someone who has more experience in articulating better than I can, that is spiritual.
Yeah.
And
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to speak for you. There's always a spiritual translator. You just never know who they are. And there's nobody that you ever know. This is your soul family. Your soul family is here.
Facts.
Because who else can translate your energy?
That's facts.
So understand, you went through hell and now you're speaking to the queen. You had to go through hell to get here. Hell, we all went through hell. Right?
Hey.
She got them scammer vibes. I'm sorry. What the fuck is you talking about? She had to go through that to get to you. So much you had to go through hell to get to the queen. Like, she thinks very highly of herself as far as just everything, as far as like the knowledge, as far as her witchcraft, as far as all this shit. She thinks very, very, very high of herself. But it's like, girl, she did not have to go through that shit to get to you. You could have just DM'd her if that's her shit. Or she could have just DM'd you. You think she got stripped and spit on to get to you, baby girl? Like no. Humble yourself, because that's why them spells is hitting different and fucking up. Like, you did some spell on somebody and that shit did a boomerang on your ass and gave you an extra long back and an extra big forehead. So I think you need to humble yourself.
The whole purpose of being here on this planet is to master your highest possible power in your lowest possible form. We are within this body, this limited avatar, this limited matter. But the goal is to rise from that submissional place, right?
Yep.
Sub means to what? Go down. We already know what a mission is. Submission. Just in case anybody was wondering what that compound word means. And the perfect spell is that we, the divine feminine, placed ourselves there. We put ourselves there. And we needed someone to protect us. Why do you think we're the most powerful piece on the chessboard and everybody else is running and fighting our battles? And then when it gets here, it's like, we're here. Here's the queen. Hey, well, it stops here. You're not going any further. It stops right here.
He almost had me. He almost had me.
Almost.
Whew. He almost had me. He almost tried to take me away from myself.
It's okay, honey.
Ooh.
I told you, there has been an energy that has been released on this land.
Ooh. Ooh-wee.
Okay?
I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do. It's over
Listen, we all have a power. There's going to be wizards and warlocks out here and witches that's going to try to take your power and leave you.
See, there she go with that Wizard of Waverly Place and Hogwarts bullshit. Like, no, make your mind up. Is it Jesus Christ or is it witchcraft? Is it, what the fuck is it? Like, you understand? Like, now she talking wizards and warlocks. She can't never have a conversation without no wizards and fucking warlocks. But from now on, when you come the fuck up here and you start talking that shit, I want to see the bond. I want you to come up there with all your fucking your shit, because we don't want to hear that bullshit. We don't want to hear that bullshit. I saw all the Harry Potter movies, but I don't know. I can't cast spells on people. I can't. You understand? Like, I know a couple witches, you know, but I don't be sitting here like she think everybody's supposed to be just so, oh my God, you a witch, witches and warlocks. Like, she gotta always keep doing that shit. Like, that's a defense mechanism. Like, you probably scary on the low too. Like, oh, let me fake scare these people. So let me tell them all the time that I do witchcraft. You don't have to announce that fucking shit. People that just do it, they just do the shit. They just do the fucking shit. Why the fuck do we need to know that? Stop trying to scare us all the time. I don't approve of that shit. Just like when you was in Nature, Dusty Nuts live, and you trying to scare people in the chat from saying negative shit to you and started talking this Fifth Element bullshit. You understand? Like, people were supposed to really jack that, like, oh shit, she's talking spell talk. No. Nope. Hey, Mrs. Double. We not here for that scary shit, because you gotta believe in that shit for that shit to work in the first place. And people cannot cast spells on people through fucking alive. You can't. That's not how it fucking works, home girl. I'm getting tired of you. I don't know where you gonna pop up next with one of these fucking carbonation Lord of the Fly nut ass motherfuckers. But like, no, do your own thing. Promote your own self in your own way. The clout chase is not working.
Lifeless and make you become a servant to your own power that they stole. I want to serve me in my own body. I don't want to serve my power in your body. Give me my power back. There's energy vampires out here. Okay? And when they see your power and your magic, they come to take it. They come to take it. Okay? They come to take it. You have to understand and understand that you are very powerful. And they're going to drain you dry. Now since you've met a bunch of vampires, right? Is that what you would call it?
That's exactly what I would call it.
So now since you've met vampires, now you know how to see them head on. People tolerate. True love is someone that can come to you as I am and elevate you above the place where you are. I'm transferring energy to you that can't nobody reverse.
That's
Can't
facts.
nobody take. Can't nobody reverse the things that I do. Why? Because I am inevitable.
That's real talk. Because I feel it. It's stirring up a vibration inside of me that's making me stronger. But I'm not taking. It's a difference. I'm
What I
receiving.
am what I am doing is I am extracting some heavy energy from you and I'm replacing it with my energy. I have the ability to receive it and take it and throw it back in the pits of hell.
I'm thankful. I'm so thankful.
Now I'm gonna give you something really quickly. You ready for it? Or would you rather have me give it to you in private?
Give it to me raw.
Grebo mo kashiebo la America funi cielo mon ko la frista pro fa le mon ko va sia mon tu freaking si di buffo la wus la ke.
See, now y'all know I wasn't fucking lying. Now y'all see I wasn't fucking lying. No, let's play. Let me play because this is perfect to give. Now we got deep into it now. Okay, let's see what I play. I just blessed all you motherfuckers. Okay, you're gonna work outside. You're wherever you're at. You're gonna find some money. Kufulakunutule. Okay, so we can all do some witchcraft in this bitch. Okay.
Mo flo amante se mon go para lindrufi si pu na mole krea ki si umale lo mon go fleda skrite mo fukashi lo pu fumi slipo alu gresa la capufalna svintale mo kofa srepoka slina po finti tashle de bola Wola che sila mo foca slita frumma ka hele mo montashi la pula cristale mo floca de sremo.
Asa. Ili.
And you sleep on that. I am accurate and I'm effective and I am inevitable.
I'm thankful.
And I gave you something that no one can reverse. I filled your power. And can't nobody come and reverse it. Can't nobody come and reverse it. The mothership is here.
Thankful.
The mothership is here.
I'm so thankful.
The mothership is here. All aboard.
I see.
Okay? So I'm thankful that you took my my request. It is time, goddess. I have another goddess on here, goddess Sheena Nicole, y'all. She's very powerful if you was wondering. I always have backup everywhere I go. There's always an intercessor for me. I don't roll alone. And we should never be caught alone.
That's facts. Oh, that's so facts.
Never.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Now, I have entered into a space to where I've prepared myself for it because I am not afraid of anything, not even death. I've been there before. been there and done that. Been there and done that. I've walked through the fires. I've walked through spaces and portals and things that people don't believe that's real out here. They don't think that exist. They don't know who we are. They don't know the ancestors are here in human form, ready to collect our queen and reclaim our throne.
Ooh.
I come from our throne.
Oh, I need some heavy meditation.
I love you too, Goddess Sheena.
I'm so thankful.
Now, I'm grateful. I'm thankful that you open yourself up to me. You knew. I see you, you see me. It's okay. I only come to elevate and to bring us closer together because we are more powerful together than we are separated. We are more powerful together than we are separated. And you're going to find that there is going to be an energy here that's going to convince you she's crazy, she's this, she's that. I'm not crazy. I'm inevitable.
Yes, it's right. It's truth.
People read about it in books. We're here. We're here.
There's nothing to play with.
Nothing. The enemy should be afraid.
They are. You see, right? He almost had me. He almost had me. He almost had me.
We have released an energy upon this land. It is time to correct this land. It is time to come as the mothers, the creators and sustainers of life, and correct
That's right.
the poison and the parasites that exist on the planet.
I had to do that. I had to see it.
Time is up. There is no more time.
No more.
This is the trumpet has been blown. The call of the ancient ones has arrived.
Mm,
And we are here in full force and we ain't hiding clearly.
No more hiding. No
No
more
more in the
hiding.
shadows.
No more. No more.
I come to offer protection unto my sisters, unto the goddesses, unto the queens, unto the ancestral bloodline that I know that exists on this planet.
Thankful. Ooh, goodness gracious. I'm not crying anymore for pain.
I've replaced your pain with confidence.
It's truth on a higher standard.
So from here on, everything that you speak and you say is to be progressive for your journey and your benefit.
That's it. And I believe and I will receive.
Build on what you've been given. Be progressive in everything that you do. Be progressive in everything that you speak. Offer solutions unto yourself. The call of the ancient ones have arrived.
We're only going up now.
Well, y'all, I think we need to all get our holy water stuff because she done put a curse on all of us. Okay, now I know. Yeah, I know, Papa, because that's blue. Very good. Yes, y'all. I told y'all probably thought I was lying when I told y'all in that last live that's how she sound. Hey, Sarada, that's how she sound when she be casting spells. That's how they was talking in the fifth element. Yeah, boo, shalaban, shalabamba, boom, dun, dun, dun. Like, no, nobody can take that bullshit serious, homegirl. Like, no, you can't do that. And it's like you think you the witches of all witches or whatever and stuff. Like, girl, no. So why don't you stop Nature Boy? The student, why keep calling? Excuse me. Why don't you stop Dusty Nuts? If you are this all powerful person and you got the juice, stop his ass, right? Because legally it's not happening, right? So spiritually, why don't you stop the demon? Let us see you work. That's how we'll believe it. But just telling us and saying whatever and whatnot, we can't. We need to see something. I need to see shit to believe it. Since I already know from people that are witches and people that do that type of stuff, and they don't do that shit like that. They don't just announce their business to everybody. They just do the shit. So since you want to be seen, I think that'll help the clout. Is if you do something and he just disappear or some monkey. Yes, good job. Or if monkeys fly out his ass, I need to see something amazing to know that it's real. And that's it. I don't need you to carry the leftovers, the broke up leftovers, and try to tell us, all of this shit that you're telling us. I need to know why you popping up. Is your magic spirits telling you to pop up in people's lives? What's going on? What's going on? Exactly, Pat. That's all it is. She did some literal abracadabra bullshit. And then Isis, you sitting there, that's why I think Isis is a little delayed. You sitting there crying like you feeling it, like you touched by the Holy Spirit or some shit. Like, oh my God, I feel the power. I feel the power. Like, no, bitch, no, you don't. You feel them kicks and shit. Don't lie to us. Don't do that. Push a button. Pop. Mommy don't need to push a button on here. You listen, y'all. He over here going, Mommy, push a button. No, if I push a button, then the people gonna be gone. Why don't you push a button on your tablet? You trying to make me kick the people off? She did, but I'm power. I don't give a fuck. She ain't cursed my ass. Trust me. Okay. That she cursed Isis. Her ass is definitely gonna be going back or going through some things that, like, her normal life is not gonna be normal, and then she gonna want to go back because that's what be happening to these motherfuckers when they leave. They be like, oh, I went back. It didn't feel the same. I'm gonna go back. Yo, Pat. Exactly, King James. Exactly. Yay. And not that stuff that she was saying. Yes, I'm so glad you know all your letters, Kamani. That is wonderful. Thank you, oh son. But y'all know how he do, like now he thinks this is his part of the show. It's just like no. No, Pop, it's Mommy show. Okay? I don't want to press that button. That button's gonna end the live. Exactly. Like Ari, like for real. I hope she don't go back either, but the track record of people leaving and staying gone for real is very slim. It's very, very, very slim. There's a possibility for her because she wasn't there long enough, so maybe fingers crossed she won't go back, so she wasn't tainted enough like some of the people. No problem, respect karma. But yeah, like maybe that's what it is. You feel me? Like, but I think she might stay away because she didn't get tainted enough. Like now we see Mama Na is a lost cause. She down with the get downs. She is one of them now. So there's really no save. I think if people stay there, like maybe I would say 60 days or longer, they're programmed enough to the fuck shit over there. So it's like they're not themselves anymore. She wasn't even really there even a month. I think maybe she was there like maybe 3 weeks, maybe or something like that. Unless because she might have been there longer and they just wasn't showing people here, Pop, and she wasn't being shown. But I don't think she's that far off that she may go back. Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse. What are you talking about with Mickey Mouse? Let me see. So I don't know. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody has, any of their 2 cents and whatnot that they want to expound upon. See, I'm starting to use my vocabulary. I hope y'all like that. Let me stop. I'm starting to make up words and shit, because that seems to be the thing for 2021. You could just say what the fuck ever and it's cool. So, I'm gonna just start making up shit as I go along and see how that works out. I just want to know where she gonna pop up next. She's like a hanger on her or whatever they call that. But I told y'all probably was like, what the hell that day when I was trying to imitate what the fuck she sound like or whatever. Like, yeah, that's what the fuck. And she do that shit in everybody live. She don't do that. And that's the crazy shit. Because she don't do that shit in her lives. Like, when she in her live, fake. Okay, let me make sure this is my sis.
Hi.
Is that you?
Yes.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, I love that thing what you did with that lady from the Fifth Element. She does actually look like the from the Fifth Element. It's just so weird.
It is, right? And then,
Oh,
and then she's talking.
oh sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I had to.
Sorry. She. It feels like she's been watching too much Star Trek.
Right.
She's chatting Klingon.
She is. It's weird. Thank you. I knew it was exactly. And she took that from somewhere where that's not. You're not talking any language. You're not talking anything. That's exactly where she took that from. These alien movies, and she's trying to rebrand it as witchcraft. And we're like, no. And like I said, she doesn't do that in her lives. When she's on other people's lives, she does that. So that's kind of weird to me. Like, she'll just curse people out in her live and tell them not to mess with her. She's not the one, and she'll do this and do that. But she don't do all of that stuff that she just did in there, because that's what she did in Dusty Nuts live. The same exact thing. It's strange.
She's trying to be something she's not, but then what she's doing, she's mixing up. She's making the women more mixed. Well, women, whatever the crowd who follows him is already mixed up, already whatever, and turbulence and God knows what. They actually need to go to the right people, the right Elays and whatever, and deal with people like that. Don't be dealing with these trifling peoples, because even him, it's like his face have changed. Natureful, his face have changed a little bit, and it's got back to when Malia was ill. It
Right.
was fat and round looking.
Right.
So it's like his weight goes up and down, up and down, up and down. He
Very
hasn't got steady
drastic.
walk. Yeah. So then like he gets these women, because there's a video somebody else done and she's looking really old, but then when she puts on her makeup, it's like she puts on like 10 tons of the makeup on to make her look young. It's like, woman,
That's like even Fufu. Fufu looks very old, because in the picture that they had posted with all of them before them jumping poor Isis or whatever, this sisterhood picture that they did, Fufu looks like she aged a good 10 years. Oh, you want to see the Fifth Element thing again? Respect Karma. Hold on. We go for the one time. Oh my god. Yeah, because we gotta have some type of fun because these people will drive. I'm telling you, I was not having another headache. I was not gonna do it. I was not.
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
not. These people give me headaches.
Hmm. I don't know how you do it by recording them, to be honest. Honestly, I big you people up. Like, I couldn't be sitting there watching them for hours. It's just,
Sis, thank you so much because yes, it's a damn struggle. And then it's like I sometimes have to go back to watch it again because I don't really like sit out, screen record it, and then I'll be listening while I'm doing other stuff. But then I go back to try and see if there was something that I didn't, visually see that might be interesting for
hmm.
y'all and stuff. And it's like I'm trying to tell you, it's very stressful. Like I have to sit and drink lavender tea. I be wanting to drink a margarita. It's
Sage a little bit.
yeah, and sage a lot. Like yes, because I do not want their vibes. Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
because
That's why I'm not worried about that lady and her little jargon because at the end of the day, that's for people that do practice witchcraft in real life for real. That's not even what you're supposed to be doing. Like certain things are supposed to be secretive.
yep.
You don't get on social media and then start saying weird stuff and tell people I'm cursing you and all of this other stuff. So it's like even if she was, that's why I said I ain't worried. Even if that is a curse, that curse is not gonna work on none of us in here because that's not how it's supposed to go.
Mm.
So it's gonna boomerang back on her dumb ass and that's gonna just be it and that's all.
Mm. Yeah, I think it looks like she's trying to make quick money off of the ones who's coming from his camp because I saw the one when Loronna, whatever the heck her name
Oh,
is.
Lasagna.
Yeah, her. It's like
Mhm.
I'm thinking to myself, why would you go back? Like, you know what I mean? You just run from the guy. Why make the mistake and go back? You obviously something obviously moved you to come out of that situation, but then you chose to go back. And then he obviously did that humiliating ritual like he always does, where he puts them and then questions them for hours. And that's so I still
Right.
think I still think that that lady is not his sister.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And that's the thing with even if they are, I know they definitely didn't grow up together because supposedly the storyline is foster care. But the more when she first came out and she was talking, that's why he don't like her to talk that much.
Hmm.
It was certain inconsistencies to his story.
Hmm. And also at the beginning, when they got to the house the first time, he was touching her kind of weirdly. You never touch your sister on the hip. Most normal men who have sisters, they don't be touching their sister like that
Right.
unless they are kind of like in that kind of whatever. But normal people don't do that. So it's kind of like, and she's so stupid with herself there. Oh yeah, why didn't you say? And I'm thinking to myself, you need to sit down because the day that man decides to turn his head 3 times and turn to whatever whatever that exodus thing, where like they have to get the demon out, right? You're gonna be more or less running as well yourself. So you can't be vouching for someone you don't know because you don't know him. And Osiris is still
Right.
in the house with them because there was one video where she's chatting. I think you put it up. And Osiris is at the back. And I'm like, why is he still there? Like,
Right. That's why I'm trying to figure out all as well because I don't know. You know how like sometimes like when a parent might be going through something like terminal, like maybe cancer or might be dying of something.
hmm,
I'm trying to figure out with Maisha why it's a must that he has to spend this much alone time
hmm,
with him, and he's documented, like for instance that whole video with them sleeping with
hmm,
LaDonna. You
yeah,
just met LaDonna, where even
hmm,
though Osiris shouldn't be on Malia, Aya, none of them, but at least they've been around. She
hmm,
just came on the scene and then you throw him on her and she's under her breasts and stuff
hmm,
and near her vagina and you're okay with that. Like it's supposed to be a cutoff at some point, even
hmm,
though we all know that Osiris been around him. It's just we're
hmm,
seeing it on videotape. Because
Yeah.
if you see how him and Osiris interact with each other, it's a
Mm-hmm.
little different than how him and EJ interact with each other.
Right. True.
Osiris praises the ground that he walks on,
Yeah.
where most kids have to be around the parent to feel like that. You might love a parent that you wasn't around, but you don't, how like EJ doesn't praise him because he wasn't around him that much. He knows that's my dad, but he's not like, oh, he's some type of superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Osiris looks at him like he's the end all, the be all, the alpha, the omega. That's how we know that she's never really taken him away. But to allow this where you're not even present while he's with them, we clearly see that they drink and drive all the time.
Yes.
It's so much dangerous stuff going on. You got him basically almost having sex with Malia when he's dancing on
Yep.
camera. Then you got this new chick. It's the COVID. So all these new random people coming around and they all in your son's face, and then your son come back to you. It's like you not upset about nothing. Like where's the boundaries as the mother? Where it's bad enough that you let him stay around after he touched him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that in itself should have been enough where you need to stay the hell away from our kid. You're not mentally okay. Because a lot of people think that it's mandatory for children to have both their parents or stuff. It's okay, it's good if you're lucky enough to have a good mother and a good father, but if the mother or the father is mentally disturbed, it's gonna just be bad for the child in the long run. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's okay. It's a good thing with certain parents ain't around. And that's what this in this instance is, that because imagine what this little boy when he grows up with his outlook about relationships and sexual things, it's going to be very deviant because he's watching a lot of deviant things
Mm-hmm.
at a young age. You understand? So children are impressionable. So that is getting stamped in his mind that this is how a relationship is supposed to be. This is just like not trying to be funny. When I was a kid, even though I didn't witness any abuse like with my mother and father, like my mother and father used to argue a lot, and then my mom would like throw something at him. Like I seen a lot of that or whatever. So seeing that when I was growing up, as I got older and thought in relationships, I thought I had to be aggressive. You understand? Like that was something of love because I knew my parents loved each other. That was never a question, but I was assuming this was a part of how it goes in a relationship when you love somebody. And
Mm-hmm.
that's just minor in comparison to the stuff that he's seeing.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's seeing a lot right now as well um because I think that time, remember that time when he came downstairs, I think he came from somewhere and he had just had this look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he wasn't happy about something. I don't know what it was. He wasn't like Osiris wasn't happy about something. And he came onto camera and he just had this look on his face. And I
I think
thought,
that's the time you're talking about when Malia told on him, where he was thinking he was confiding in Malia,
wow.
and Malia
Yeah.
told about something. I think he ate a cookie. It was something stupid where it's like
Yeah.
like y'all snitch on each other, but now you're snitching on the kids too. But
Yeah. But I'm not surprised. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. They're not very maternal anyway. For them to pick up and leave their children, they have
right,
that means that you have not gotten one maternal bone in your body. Because I know when I go out, there's this thing that happens in the UK where people's walking with their children. Sometimes their children's half a mile behind them, right? Me and my daughter also do that. When we're walking, it's like we're looking and we're making sure that no one bothers the child or nothing because you yourself naturally get protective over a child that is not yours, like you naturally do.
right,
But they have no maternal instincts. They're young. I mean, and I'm not saying all young people are like that, but they have that. It seems like they try to detach, but how much detaching can you do? Because after a while, all that detaching is going to catch up on you. You haven't dealt with your so-called generational curses anyway, whatever. I keep hearing people mentioning that. I don't really believe in that. I just think that how right your family, in every family, there is problems where it's left to you to cut that cord and you to sort out and do the work on the other.
right. You still there, sis? Okay, she'll be back because it's probably just tapping out. Y'all can hear me?
Keep doing your generational curses.
Right, you it had timed out, sis. So I didn't hear
Oh.
the last, like, go back like 30 seconds of what you said or something because it
Yeah,
thinks.
they right, they're forever saying that how right they're clearing out their generational curses and generational curses, right? In most cases, in some practices or whatever, Kabbalah, whatever, right, right,
Mhm.
I burn ancestral money sometimes, right? Which means
Right,
that right, the ones on the other side, whatever debt they owe, you sort of clear the way, right?
right,
So you also is the one who also helped that family because there's always the black sheep or whatever, right? Is the one who's the one who helps the family sort of clear their BS,
right.
right? So, but by them saying that, right, because in that they left where they left, they haven't really done a very good job because they keep replaying and replaying and replaying. Plus, not only that, when he gets bored and he moves them around again, then they're still replaying, replaying, replaying. So you haven't broken any spells in your family because you're still doing the same thing that probably your parents was doing, but the only difference is that how right you're in a hot country and that's it. It's just mad.
It's not. It's a bunch of made up stuff to convince people that are not as mentally aware of stuff that is
Mm.
something that they need.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
It's well, yeah. There's that, but what gets me is how do he get them to stay there for long periods of time? When I mean, obviously, right, he must have some dirt on them, which I think everybody said before. There's some kind of dirt that he has on them, and then this girl now, he must probably put her on Twitter. I mean, fair enough, right? You said that she went, but when she come back, most probably put her back on Twitter anyway.
right. And that's what it
So
is. And it's like, I think it's, because some people don't believe in black magic, some people don't. I think it's a mixture of things. It's some mental stuff, and there's some type of black magic going on. Because if you think about it, it's almost like all the people there are zombie-esque,
yeah.
where a lot of them do have families. Like Zoka has a family that would welcome her back. A lot of
Mm,
them do have family to go back to. So it's
mm,
not like they're just stuck there. Like, oh, we have no choice.
mm,
They just choose to stay there, no matter
mm,
how rough it gets. Where it's like, and it's not. You're not bettering yourself. All these people, if they were to go back to Babylon to their family, they
mm,
can do stuff. Where I get it, some people be like, they're lazy. They just want to. Well, that's a part of it too. The fact that they don't want to work and they don't want to do stuff. But is not working worth getting a tooth knocked out or
mm,
any disease or getting passed around whenever somebody feels like they don't want to have sex with you no more? That's a lot to take on where it be just easier to work. You feel me?
mm.
It's like you're paying more than what you're receiving.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's worth. So it's like it's something deeper than that has to be going on. That he
Yeah.
has this mind control because he's not that bright. His
No.
words are not that brilliant. He can
No.
barely, say certain words, basic words and stuff. So it's not that he's not the coolest kid in school. You feel me?
He's not.
Yeah, it's nothing about him that's extraordinary. That is just
Nothing.
him.
It's true. It's true because what gets me right, fair enough, right? Hold on, let me sit down properly. What gets me is like it's like he makes out right. He gets all this money, right, and he literally goes on like as though he never see claws or he's never been a certain place, and that even that house looked empty. That house where they're at, it just looks so empty. Now, what normal like once again, what normal? Well, anyway, right, they're not normal, is it really? I don't know why I keep saying what normal person because they're not normal, right? They're not normal.
Right.
Obviously, right, they live in a barn. That what you say the dungeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their mental capacity is really not that great. I mean, fair enough, right? When you're in your 20s and you get taken in by old men, yeah, yeah, right, right. I mean, I've been there myself. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't no angel, right?
Right.
But after a while, right, something clicks in your brain. Something clicks, something
Right.
or something, and it doesn't matter the consequences because sometimes, right, at one point, right, right, they would either do him something. That's why I'm surprised that he picked up and he went back to Atlanta because I really believe that if Nine did ever get her hand on him, because Nine looked like she was going to do him something on that live,
Right.
and I think and I think he felt that, and that's why he ran back to Atlanta as well, and to bring the extra women, probably like if anything kick off, one of them gonna beat her, or beat them, whoever.
Right.
It's all a gang kind of mentality as well.
Right.
So, and he works off the stereotype of those black men. Like we
He
all know the white
does.
community. He's just so I don't even know. Sometimes right when he's playing certain places, I can't watch him neither. Right, I find myself forwarding the videos because the only time I can do it is when you're talking over it, Will's talking over it.
Right.
Sometimes I'll be over at SL sometime, right? I ain't gonna lie, right? But it's just that you can see on him there's something bigger going on. I mean, people keep saying like he deals with the cult and all that, but you know what, right? If you go to the right people, all that can change. You just have
Right.
to know the right riches. The Palo is the hottest thing that can really deal with him. All those proper voodoo priests and priestess that's out there can deal with him. It's not necessarily down to the witches. Even then, Kabbalists can deal with him. So as much
Right.
as he says all them pretty buzzwords, because what he does, he uses buzzwords because he's
Mm-hmm.
constantly on the net. He's on the net constantly, right? And to other people, he sounds so clever and he sounds so articulate. But once you talk to a man, you can tell where a man's at.
Right.
Sorry, I
You're
didn't know.
absolutely right. And that's the thing. He has an aura about him as far as when certain things are going on. It's just like when he's doing that playing music, because music subconsciously can put things in your head. It's like it takes your brain on autopilot and makes it open to absorb bullshit. If you feel where I'm coming from. So sometimes when he's dancing and he's doing certain things, it's just like I can't sit and watch it. I can't sit when he's staring or they're staring at people staring through the camera because you can almost feel like he's staring at you.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange. You know how like you can watch TV and somebody staring in the camera and then to you it's just they're just doing their acting or staring in the camera? It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't feel like that with him. It
Mm-hmm.
feels like he tries when he still is making an individual connection with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why most of the time if I'm when I am recording, I don't sit and just watch. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
to go back and forth. Because I don't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might think it, but I really don't. I don't feel comfortable like, oh, this is just a person on their live and I'm just watching them. I get a weird feeling in my body, like like he's casting shit. Like the spells this weird ass lady was acting like she's doing, he's really doing spells.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they're
Mm-hmm.
cloaked in like what you said, trigger words and different. You understand? Like certain words when you put them together manifest certain things. So with some
Yeah.
people is listening and just thinking he's saying this, that, and the other, but those words together make
Mm-hmm.
something else. So
Mm-hmm.
some people don't believe in it, but like I said, I don't knock nobody, but it's like I believe in that. I believe in the answers. I believe in all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the world was run before everyone got into stuff where it's like certain people is just not that, is nobody in this world is that charismatic
True.
that they can pull off the stuff that people like him pull off and
True.
people okay with it. There's no way that you can do pedophilic stuff and show it to the world and the world is okay with it. It's just morals and principles of things. So when people is just so cool in droves to overlook
Mm.
the things that he's doing and make it look like all of us are just haters and we don't care and all this other stuff. Look, she was the main one.
Yeah.
Isis on Bigo was like one of his biggest contributors.
Mm-hmm.
As a couple of them, where now look, we know that she's seen firsthand. She's not only was she a big contributor, but if you go way back on her Instagram, she's not that new to who this man is.
Mm.
So why would you overlook the things that you know and try to make it seem like you seen something else? It's just like a lot of his followers, when you bring up what he did with Osiris, the first thing that they say is people misunderstood. So okay, if we misunderstood, what was the message that we misunderstood with him having his son touch his erect penis after
Mm.
sex? So what did we pick up on that the rest of y'all picked up on that we just got so completely wrong? And none
Mm.
of them can explain anything or say anything that remotely sounds like that was okay, because it's not okay. You can't make
Mm.
up anything to make something like that okay. You cannot make up anything to make him get an erection with Eliana, his daughter, was
Mm.
sitting there dancing. You can't, there's nothing to sugarcoat that, but these people will find ways to make it seem like it was okay.
Mm. Mm. So because it's basically all birds flock together, isn't it? Basically, that's what's going on here, and it shows how messed up our community is. Because if it was a white community, right, they would have done dust him out a long time ago.
Right, right. He wouldn't be a thing this long.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because the other cult lady who they found, it was gold because she was eating gold or something. We are one. Right. People was watching her for a long time and they was following her group until she died. And because of the way she died, that's how they took him in. But with him, I just think because like I said on another panel, because we are looked at as a certain way in it, so we don't even go and deal with our own stuff. Then we have people like Ryan trying to come in and be the savior, which didn't even work out anyway.
Right.
And we don't deal. It's like we don't deal with our shit.
We don't. We don't. You understand where it's like people, and that's the main thing, because even most of the men that act like they don't like him that's on the stuff, they first thing is, oh, that's not my problem. They want to be there.
Hmm.
It's not, and nobody is telling anybody to go physically beat this man up. Not saying that I wouldn't be a little happy and pleased if someone did, but
Hmm.
we're not telling you that. But have some basic common sense of what's going on. That's it, and
Hmm.
that's all. Stop trying to make it seem like, well, everyone has a life to live, so mind your business.
Yeah.
Everyone does have a life, but this is not the case. He's not just
No.
doing regular stuff.
Yeah. 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 And also what I realized with him as well, though he's a retired stripper, he's using the stripper the stripper things because even when he's like you said when he's dancing with them, right? I mean, I've never been to a strip club to be honest, well, a male one. And I know that when they're looking eyes with the public or whatever, when they're doing whatever, it's to entice the other women. So he goes and entices them with the scene. Oh, look at PR, it's so beautiful, and they think, oh yeah, I'm going for a holistic thing. So they just, I don't know. It's like they block out everything else. What's going on? They block out everything else, and all of them do it. That's why when Why Not come on, I wasn't actually surprised what came out of his mouth. So they're all full of shit anyway. Basically, I just think like
Right.
yeah, but like if a bunch of women, because women, when we come together and we deal with men like that, right? We are the ones to be reckoned with because, to be honest, the girls over there are so dumb, right? They're cooking for this man. You know what I always say, right?
What?
They should put liquor poisoning in at him food.
Right. Like and that's why I'm trying to say. That's why I'm like, it's something deeper going on, because there's so many ways that this could just be over. It's
Yeah.
so many ways. That's probably why with Raw, Ra's energy probably was too strong for him, and he probably knew deep down inside like she was the one. That's why he wouldn't let her touch his food,
Mm.
because he probably knew something in him knew like she will be the one. Like I might put her in the closet one day, and she's gonna snap for real. It's not gonna be a fake. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna
Mhm.
poison me. So please don't have her touch my food.
Mhm. Mhm.
Aya, I'm not surprised. Aya, out of all of them, I would say I'm not surprised that she's there and she deals with it because of her past, being that she was a prostitute with a pimp.
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
almost like she's conditioned, technically speaking, depending on what kind of pimp she had. If she had a gorilla pimp,
Mhm.
she's probably on a step up with him. But the
Yeah.
rest of them come from normal life. So I don't
Mhm.
get it.
No, I don't get it neither. I don't get it neither because at first I thought Malia was gonna snap. I really, really thought Malia was gonna lose it with him. And I kept saying, one day, right, this is gonna be an episode of Snap, I swear. And when
Hmm.
it didn't happen, I was like, what happened? But then when she was getting tattooed on the chair and she's saying to him, I love you. And I was thinking, woman, obviously this man is not checking for you, but she seems to think that how that's my husband, that's my
Hmm.
husband. But yet still when they went out, what she was proud to say, oh yeah, man, what oh yeah, baby, you got three numbers. Now which now I keep saying normal. I don't even know why I keep using that word. I need to stop using that word because it ain't normal. But
Right.
but it's just like but it's just like come on, like this man called you a granny and all this, and you're still baiting to him because because
Called
you're
her
trying to
slow. That's the thing that really got me. Where it's like he has nothing good to say about you except for your
nothing,
sex.
nothing.
Nothing.
Trying to bait Velvet, but Velvet, but because he's still attached, he's still so tied to Velvet anyway. Even though she is pregnant, he's so
Hmm.
tied to Velvet, and none of them, no woman there will that'll come over will never surpass Velvet at all, because he's one of them men, them type of men when you meet a man and it's because he talk about the ex, because he talk about the ex
Hmm.
without being there, to like you literally get fed up hearing about the flipping ex, and then like you just kind of take a side step out of it. But she is
Right.
like, it's like she just sits there and like what's
Yeah.
it? What they say? The cat, like the cats that got the cream, but you ain't got nothing.
Exactly. And that's the thing, because even with Velvet, like he Velvet, as far as his ego, has crushed it. Because my whole thing is this, like, as much as he tries to make it seem like, okay, Velvet was the problem child, like he's got rid of a problem, good riddance to bad rubbish or whatever, you constantly talk about her. Like when
Yeah,
people have moved on to a better situation, or they were dealing with somebody that was toxic and that person is no longer in their lives, they don't talk about them.
true.
They don't talk about them at all because it's nothing to talk about. But when you
Yeah.
keep revisiting and going back, and this person was like this and blah blah blah, you still have some type of feeling or care for that person.
Mm-hmm.
Velvet is
Yeah.
probably like he tried to so hard to break her down, and she
Mm.
wasn't broken.
Mm.
It was a chip in his armor. That's what the rest of them need to see. Where all this
Mm.
acting like he's a this god, no, he's human like the rest of us. Because if he was
True.
God, he wouldn't give a damn about no Velvet or her
Exactly.
baby or what the hell was going on. He also,
Exactly.
the father thing, when people like, oh, because the followers, they be like, oh,
Mm.
you're such a good dad. Oh my God, and stuff. Well, a good dad will go to the courts and try to get visitation at least or something, instead of trying to act like I'm not a part of the government, yet I use government PP loans, yet I use government food stamps, yet I use government doctors, when I like you are very much into the government and
He's a
whatnot. So why can't you be into the government to see your child?
Yeah, he's a joke.
Even though now I'm just saying as an example, because I don't really think baby Eliana needs to be the hell around him, period. But I'm just saying,
Same,
when
same.
he tries to talk, that
Mm,
that would be, that shouldn't be the problem or in your way. But
mm.
I'm glad she's not though.
Yeah, I'm the same because to be honest, he had an unhealthy obsession with her, and from what I research in the past of the father doing abusive things to the daughter, because one lady went through it, and Aziza, and I thought, and I thought to myself, yeah, she is better off. But then I wish her parents was different. You know what I mean? Because if that was a West Indian parent,
Mm-hmm.
that would never. You know how she's going on the Bigo and all that. That would never happen. They would
Right.
have done probably said, you know what, right? We're taking the baby from you,
Mm-hmm.
and we're looking after the child, because for ages I remember screaming at my TV when World used to come on. When her mum used to come on, it used to vex me so much when her mother come on. You see, I wanted to go into the TV and shake the stupid woman, because even though all came out with Mama Wonder or whatever, but she at first wasn't doing nothing anyway. But then when World
Right.
said she was following him in the beginning, and then Velvet happened to go over there. But even so, right, right, once it's your cub, right, nothing stops you from getting there. And even though the dad's part of it, then you have to ride over his head and go and get your grandchild. What are you waiting for?
Right. Because grandparents have rights, and that's what a lot of them don't understand. Where if a child is in an abusive situation, period, whether it's your child or you understand, it's not
Mhm.
the grandparents. You can do like what the rest of these people be doing. You can go to CPS, you can go and show whatever. But as far as like even with the Mama Wanda thing, when you brought up like Mama Wanda, like certain people, I feel like Mama Wanda, instead of her coming on social media with that, she's supposed to go to the police.
True.
So I don't know how true that may be as far as what she was trying to say, because if I had a child
Mm.
that I knew was at a sex cult with a
Mm.
bunch of men that clearly when they went on videos and admitted to doing molestation things to family members of theirs,
Mhm.
I'm going to the police.
Mm.
I'm
True.
that child is not going back with the mother. Like I would have dropped baby Eliana off probably to Velvet's mother, because Velvet's mother seemed to just want her to get her shit together and whatever and stuff. Because even her father and his wife, they on a clout chase. They don't care what Velvet do neither, and they don't care what's going on with baby Eliana. They just want to be
True.
seen to promote said book, which I don't know what this book is supposed to be about that he's writing, because you don't really got much to write about as far as
True.
carbonation, and we don't
True.
want to know about your life. It's not trying to be funny. I don't want
True.
to know. So,
True.
you
True.
know, I
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry. Go ahead, sis.
sorry, Cola.
No, I'm
And I
sorry.
think I think he's in competition with Selena, because Selena is doing that cook thing from the Creole Louisiana cooking or whatever. That's probably what he's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's what she was doing before. She started promoting herself, and she made a whole YouTube as well on her Creole cooking. Because Will talks about it probably later. Right, if you look down later down his videos, he talks about it.
I'm gonna check that out because I didn't even know about that or whatever. But that makes sense. He probably is, because I could tell, because he damn sure is trying to compete with her as far as with Velvet. That's why I think, you know how sometimes one parent wants to be the good parent,
Yeah,
when they separate, a lot of times like they try to get the kid to like them more than the other one, because they're feeling
yeah,
however they're feeling towards them. So I think that's why he's so lenient with Velvet as well, because like, okay, her mother was trying to be stern with her, where it was common sense, like you need some mental help, you need a psychiatrist. Nobody said anything about you taking medication, because sometimes people get it twisted. Some people do need medication, not trying to be funny, but nobody told
mm,
her she did. You could just go to a psychiatrist. You understand? Like, I see a psychiatrist because sometimes you need to talk to somebody that's unbiased about certain
yeah,
things. You get what I'm saying? So that you can get good advice. Because you may go to your friends or people that care about you, and they're going to tell you what you want to hear. And then now you're in a worse situation because you think all these people is telling you the right thing when they just don't want you to be mad or mad at them. But you
mm,
don't need medication. You understand? There's
mm,
other things. She definitely, Velvet she needs professional mental health to get
mm,
herself back in order, because Bigo is not going to pay forever.
mm.
You need to go back to school. You need to do something else with your mind besides sit on Bigo for hours and beg for beans. It's
mm,
other things to do. Your mind is not going to grow and expand. Yes, you have this knowledge that you had learned, but you need other things to apply in life to feel like, you're worth something for real. Because
mm.
if it ends tomorrow, listen, you're not going to have no money to do nothing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because they think that what's going to be coming, as they say, they think that how they're untouchable. Because even where he is, he's not untouchable to what's coming right now when certain things happen in the US and over here. So
Mm-hmm.
even though he keeps saying, "Oh, whatever, whatever," no, that sort of thing ain't gonna happen. But what's gonna happen? It's a population thing. So it's not about because like you are in PR that how you're not gonna get touched. It's touching
Right,
everywhere. It is lit like there were floods everywhere. That's why I talk about Mother Earth the other day because because also also the example I use is that when men treat their women good, they flourish.
right,
When you treat the women shitty, everything go bad for you. Everything because why? The mother of all creation has to be dealt with. She has to be worshipped on a 100 basis, not 10%, not 9%. And it
right.
doesn't mean being a skivvy to her, right? You the man, right, have to make sure she's good, that she's all right. Make sure she's 100% all right. When she has your baby, because you see her go through that pain for 9 months, you're supposed to be there at her side. And even though there is polygamous marriages that works, or I think they're marriages, relationships that works, she has to be in agreement. So she's the one who chooses the what she chooses the wives. It's not the other way
Right. Exactly. It's not about the man. That's why I said when he keeps kicking this whole polygamy and I'm a polygamist, he has no clue of how it works. Even
around.
when you have more than one wife, you're supposed to treat them individually special. Period. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a pecking order. In a way,
Mm-hmm.
it is, but it's not. It's still the respect is equal. But
Yeah.
he doesn't get that. Where it's like you don't just sex them out and that's it. That's all he does. You just
Mm.
have sex with them and and beat them and stuff. You don't do nothing. He's not doing nothing that they couldn't do for themselves. You could have went and got your own damn PPP loan and did some other
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, he didn't make his wealth from hard work and then brought you wives. And like for instance in Africa where like men be having like 10 wives and 15 wives and stuff like that. But they
Mm-hmm.
have enough riches to take care of all of them. The wives
Yeah.
are not there taking care of him.
True.
Some
True.
of them all have their own houses. Some of them, it's a big mansion they live in, and everyone has their own room. All the
Yeah.
wives have their own space.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have sex with each other at the
Never happened.
same time.
Mm-hmm.
That's polygamy, not this. You understand? Like he doesn't get it. Like you just, it's what it is. You're a sex cult. Just own up to it. Be
Mm-hmm.
happy in it. And move the fuck on. And stop trying to convince us that it's something else because we know what the fuck we see.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
If you live in your truth, like what you say to us all the time, like y'all are not living your truth, nigga, you're not. You are in a sex cult. Wear
Yep.
that fucking flag and be proud about it.
Yes. 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 And that's why he started sagging his pants because I feel that he found out what the sagging meant and he's wearing his pants in that way because now because there's probably old boyfriends he's trying to tap into
Mm-hmm.
old tricks as they call it.
Right.
So to me, right, once you meet a person who's prepared to do anything for money, he will give you over to a witch doctor for your
Right.
past, right?
Sure would.
And that's the most dangerous person to be around because as much as Aya and that ain't saying a lot, or Aya particularly ain't saying a lot, but even she can be on the chopping board too. But she seems to think because she's quiet and she's in the background. Oh no, he's not going to bother me. But the other day he bothered you though, didn't he? He wasn't hired. It's like you couldn't find no way to hide. He was on your head.
Right. And that's the thing they don't get. Even like with Malia's stupid ass, when World had played a flashback or
Hmm.
whatever, when they was making fun when they sent her home and when she wasn't pregnant. First of all these people pretend that they was your family and they loved you and was talking about you like a dog and making jokes about you dying and why
Hmm.
don't you hurry up and die and stuff. Maybe she got some type of health or like life insurance or something. You understand? Because I really
Hmm.
think, all jokes aside, he took her back to slowly kill her for some type
Yeah.
of benefit. Because if
Yes.
you know this person got messed up kidneys and liver, like, liquor should be the last thing Malia should be drinking, yet she drinks all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
You're okay with her driving drunk. You're okay with certain things that a person that is truly sorry that they caused this for a person would not let them do. Malia should be baby. She's not saying should, but as far as dumb people, because I don't give a damn about her. As far as
Hmm.
her leaving her
She's
son, but as far
lost.
as them, since they're pretending that they give a damn about her, they need to be babying her, and not just babying her for like emotionally. Like, you understand, she needs to eat
Yeah.
the best food.
Yeah.
She don't need to, like, nothing. She's supposed to be drinking water all day to flush them kidneys out, because, or try to flush them out, because they're messed up
Mm.
from her being, from what y'all did,
Mm.
from just being disgusting. And even
Mm.
as women, it's like we're taught when we're younger to wipe from front to back. There's a
Yeah.
reason for that. Just like you
Yeah.
can get a minor yeast infection, and if you don't treat that shit, you can mess up all your insides.
Yes. Yes. And get thyroid and everything because
Right,
which makes you barren.
right,
Because though her belly looks a bit plump there and everybody's saying she's pregnant, she knows she's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. It's whatever's going on is ballooning the stomach. So the
mm-hmm,
stomach is ballooning up, right? Right. I'm about the same, not the same, similar size as her. When I eat, my stomach blows up,
right.
and I look like I'm carrying a baby.
Me too.
But as soon as, right, obviously, right, you go to the toilet, etc., etc., it goes back down. And in
Mm-hmm,
her case, because she's not doing all that, she's not regulating herself. She's not regulating her body as a woman. You're supposed to be eating certain things. You're supposed to drink cranberry juice, everything. Eat raw okra if you have to.
right,
Uh, but I don't know. It's like, right, it's like they go on, like, and also nothing I noticed about them, right? Considering you was eating pork, because I don't eat pork. You was eating pork, steak, and all this stuff, and then like you start showing, oh yeah, right, we're cooking organic, we're cooking
right,
this. I just think, oh please, like, we can all see that you lot been eating steak and God knows what. Even when we went to New Orleans, because like we know New Orleans is the food capital of the world, one of them. So obviously when you're there, right, you're gonna be eating all the delicacies, all the whatever, whatever. Don't try front and make out like you're this organic thingy, because even meat eaters, right, sometimes once in a while eat vegetarian food, or they eat a little bit of
right.
vegan.
Because I love meat, and I'm a veggie. I would say I'm a vegan, or whatever you want to call it, or a vegetarian, like sometimes 3 times out the week.
Hmm.
But I like meat. I like steak and all of that other stuff. But even with him, you could tell they wasn't living a vegan or vegetarian life like that even back then, because most people that I know that are strictly like vegan or vegetarian for
Hmm.
like years, like how they were supposed to be,
Hmm.
if they eat meat, it takes their body time to adjust to eat meat.
Yeah.
Like, they'll literally get physically ill
Yeah.
from eating chicken, steak, and all that, because their body has adjusted to the vegetables.
Yep.
They wouldn't
Yep.
just jump in and be eating lamb chops and all, like all the stuff he was eating. Even when they was at those Chinese restaurants in Puerto Rico. Hey, Trey Hospo, he don't even, you can tell, like, you don't even know what you're eating. Like, crab ragoon is like one of my favorite Chinese food things, where
Hmm.
you're eating imitation crab meat with
Yeah.
some cream cheese, but you said that you don't eat dairy, and
Hmm.
you understand, that's all y'all was eating, was that a bunch of oil and grease
Hmm.
and whatever, and nobody got sick, because this is what y'all been doing. Y'all just been fronting for us and the people that's at carbonation. That's why I say
Hmm.
it's some type of magic or some other extra shit going on, because there's no way that somebody's gonna, the teacher or whatever they want to call him, the teacher, once the teacher starts veering off the path of the lessons, it's time for you to get the hell off the path of the lessons too. It's just like when I was a kid, and my parents used to, well, my mother used to tell me, "Do as I say, not as I do." Like, I was just one of those kids where I'm like, okay, if you telling me this is not good, and don't do it, and then I see you doing it, I'm gonna question you, like,
Mm.
why are you doing that? And that's as
Mm.
a kid. And that's, I think any normal kid with common sense, it's not disrespectful, but it's like, okay, if this is you telling me this is bad for me and you're doing it, isn't it bad for you too? So
Yeah.
these people are still trying to fake be vegan over there. They're trying to live how the hell he was living 3 years ago. And
Mm.
he's out here in Atlanta living his best Babylon life. And y'all okay with that? Y'all don't feel like y'all been lied to at this point
Yeah.
for all these years?
Cheated. Yeah. Cheated.
Right. And most
And
of them's young. You're getting
yeah.
cheated out your youth, and this nigga is old as hell trying to be your age.
Yeah, yeah, and it's so strange because somebody said that maybe he might be because like the other day I was on SL Live and the light hit. There's a you know the bit where the chops on the man I think it cuts near the ear and there's the hair there. I think I'm describing it right, but the hair was grey, and I said, okay, right, I'm a 46-year-old with grey hair in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know he's older than me, that's for sure because right, yes, it is the music, yes, but somewhat. But even though, but even so, some oldies can go with the new music now. It doesn't matter.
Right,
You cannot say, oh, it's the music. So it's like if you check his face out properly, and if the hair's missing, because some 50 something, so I think about when a man nicks about the 49 upwards, their hair starts losing. Yes, they get thin hair, but their hair is still more than some women when we
right,
turn a certain age. So you can see he is of age, right? He can put on as much potty cream. He can do whatever he wants to do. You're not a young person. You're not. You're
right.
not. You're not in your 20s because
And he hasn't been taking care of himself, because that's what a lot of people don't understand. When people be like older in age but they look so young and stuff, that's because they started that stuff before they got old. He
mm,
over here trying to do face masks. It's too late for all of that.
mm,
It's too late for all of that. It's a lot of things you gonna need to change. You can, and that drinking brown liquor every day does not help either. People don't understand that. Like you can drink liquor in moderation, but when you drink liquor all day, every day, it's a thing called drunk face.
yeah,
And that's what he has, and that's what Malia has, and that's what Aya is developing into, because a lot of Malia, I mean, excuse me, Aya doesn't, she's like olive oil, so she don't have enough skin yet for it to be totally drunk face or whatever, but she's on her way there where she's gonna look like full crackhead mode, being that
yeah.
she doesn't have enough fat for drunk face.
Mm, mm. Plus, when you drink too much, that's why people get poisoning from alcohol.
Right,
And so, and sorry, I know I'm jumping. And even this, I'm a healer. You're not a healer because if you was a healer, you would have testimony from all of the people you've touched in the
right.
past. Even if most of them are gone and you haven't seen them for ages, right? But your credentials will be seen. So really, he's
Terry would have been healed. She wouldn't still be out there talking about that herpes bullshit, because supposedly that's what she came there for, to
yeah,
be healed. So so she says, because you know her story, it switches up and whatever and stuff, and it's been documented. Velvet says she had herpes. That's what you came there. You came there for.
mm,
Everybody that came there with a disease, that's how we know that they all them people is diseased. They
mm,
didn't all just find their way over there because it was a cool place to be.
mm,
They all diseased. So how did you heal that? Where, if not trying to be funny, if you could heal, you would make way more money healing
mm,
people than
mm,
begging.
mm. Man's just full of shit anyway. He just full of shit. He's just full of shit. And I like your word, Cola. Sorry, sorry. I'm gonna put the demon one side now. Thank you for allowing me to be up here. And
Of course,
yeah,
anytime, sis. Also, anybody in here, please subscribe to Osun's channel. It's very interesting. It's very informative about like things that's going on in the world. There's other things. So when you need a break off of dusty nuts and shit, like you know what I'm saying, and want to just chill out and vibe out, her channel is dope. Please go over there. If y'all can, mods, if you can, please drop her link in the chat to make it easier for everyone. It's Osun Yemi too.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you know,
oh,
so we can
yeah,
we branch out. We all support each other around here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was trying to cash up you, but I think something with my country over here, it's not letting it go through. But I'll figure a way. But yeah, you're doing a good job, and I'm glad that you're linked up with World and Tony as well. And
Yeah,
you
they
know,
cool.
yeah, yeah,
World's a big bro, like where it's
yeah,
like he helps me a lot, like because as far as like being technical, he knows a little more as far as like the StreamYard and stuff that I do. So he's
mm,
very helpful. That's a cool big brother. Tony, her commentary's cool.
mm,
But
yeah.
yeah, but that's the bro. And I might be going over to Bigo, y'all, because Ty, she's trying to get me to come over to Bigo with her
mm.
and blast on this Dusty Nuts. You know? But I need some practice because Thai skin is tougher than mine. Like if I go over
Yeah,
to
she
Bigo, the
is.
stuff that they be doing over there, the people just be want to mess with you and you don't even know them. Like I don't want to have to catch a flight for nobody, and then I'm gonna have to have somebody come up here and be like, "Yo, Cola needs some bail money." Cause so
Yeah, in it,
I know
yeah.
me. You feel me? So I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't want nobody to trick me out my freedom because I'll be done Cardi B on their ass like ding dong, and then next thing you know, I'm like, "What you said?" I don't do the social media stuff. I'm a chill person. I don't like people messing with me that I don't know that I didn't do anything to. Thank you, Just Jay. See, we got it already. So she's trying to work with me on being able to just be Teflon and let like the hate just roll the hell up off my skin like they just don't exist. You know,
Oh.
you gotta know yourself. Some people don't know themselves, so it's like I keep myself out of places that's gonna bring the bad out of me, and that's just
Mm.
that. But I'm gonna be over there, because like we be kicking it and whatever, so it'll be interesting. But like I said, I don't want to catch a flight on nobody because they be acting crazy over there on Bigo for no goddamn reason, and it's not even no goddamn reason. It be the clout. Like
Mm.
clout is crack over there. It's clout heads running around over there just smoking clout rocks and shit. And I don't like for it. Like no, like go to rehab. Don't we don't I don't want that energy. You're not gonna get no clout off of me.
Yeah, to be honest, they look a bit crazy because at first I was gonna join, I was gonna follow and go, and then afterwards I thought, nah, because there's other channels that puts up the Bigo craziness. Because Pastor P and something with Pastor P the other day, I nearly fell over when I saw it with Leah. Is it Leah her name?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Pastor P, and Pastor P ain't he is not someone to be played with. And I think Aaliyah's mum tried to stand up to him or some craziness, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
'cause
like, huh?
some of these people is real life criminals and stuff like that. They people do not know. A lot of these people on Bigo is fucking off. They're
Yes.
off. Not like we had it off here on YouTube. YouTube, there's off people here too, but it's like on Bigo, it's off by like 10,000. It's like what the fuck? Because that's what thrives over there. Craziness. Like people that are literally how we just was talking about. Some people need psychiatrists and other people need medication. A lot of them people over there need medication.
Yeah, they do. They do. Look, medication therapy, everybody. They need so much things. I'm like, wow. I just think, I just think to myself, do you not realize it's a Chinese app you are under?
Thank you, sis. Let me tell you, and because a lot of people don't travel to the other countries on Bigo, like they don't go see how it is over in the other sector. It's,
Mm,
it's different rules. Like for instance, for us, if I go on Bigo and my shoulders is out, they'll take my channel down. I'll get
mm,
banned for the day or whatever and stuff like that. But if you go to France, it's literally chicks in France in bras and panties on
mm,
acting, you understand, and they don't do shit to them. Then if you go to China, you understand and stuff like that, like it's a different respect level. Like there's more restriction on
mm,
the US people with all that fighting and stuff that you see where when you go into like 10 chats back to back, it's people up there, gay people, straight people, whatever, like fuck you bitch and your mama this and all this other extracurricular shit. That's not happening in them other countries though.
mm,
That's not what drives the money over there. It's
mm.
they're acting normal in their normal way. The Arab, where you going? Come on, you talking about some bye mama. My son is crazy. Okay. Okay. You gonna go watch TV or something? That's what he does because he thinks he's grown. He's like, "Bye, mama." Like, okay, whatever. But like, good because he's beating me up anyway. But yeah, it's like they thrive off of us black people and minorities over on that side,
Same.
talking
Yeah.
and acting like like
Yes.
animals and just craziness. And then you can't talk bad about Asian people on Bigo either because they'll shut your live down.
Mm, I'm
So
not surprised.
yeah, it shows what it's about, and that's what the people don't understand. Where that's what they said. It's like a running joke probably over there. Like, look, we gonna make this app and watch all the black people and the Americans come over there basically and act a fool for free money.
Mm,
Because
mm,
think about it, the people that do the best on there act the craziest and do the worst
yeah.
shit. Like the
Yeah.
21 bad bitch, people literally come up there
Oh,
and
damn.
tell people to pay for their drug habits. Where she don't even come up there and be trying to be humble about it. Like, yo, I don't got no money. Can y'all just, somebody cash at me $20? People over there demand that they subs give them money. And they
Yeah.
throw it. Like this is owed to them.
Yeah.
People like
21.
abuse.
Yeah, 21 bad bitch. Well, at first, I thought she had put something wrong with her lip, innit? Somebody said, no, 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 she's a ventriloquist or whatever. I said, well, it's like she does it all the time. I'm thinking to myself, are you serious? People don't really read into the history of stuff.
Right.
Long time ago, right? All right. And I'm sure the chat knows about this as well. Right. They used to have us dancing around like idiots and doing all sorts of stupidness. And but yes, still right, they'll be taking our children and feeding them to alligators and all that stuff. And you're there out there going on with the foolishness, and it's just like like it does make America look ratchet, but then again, I can say that in most countries, even here, they are the same way too. You have the bad man them, and you have the women who's just loud for no
Right.
reason, and um like when they see a simple woman who's probably got more going for her anyway, right? They look down on you because you're reading a book or whatever because
Right.
they want you to be the one who's always cussing and bumble clotting. But I only swear when it's necessary. I don't feel like I need to be doing it all the time. Don't prove nothing. This makes me look stupid. Like,
True, true, true. I got a little potty mouth, but like I don't get up there to just act a plum fool though with it. Like you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I
mm,
gotta curse because cursing to me is like seasoning. It's just like how like sometimes you need to put some salt on it. Some things need to fuck you and fuck this, though. But in my
yeah,
normal like day talking to people, like I don't curse that much. It's just these people bring that out of me where it's like I have to curse when I talk about them. I just have
mm,
to.
mm. It's just crazy. I just see it's a crazy app, but I'm glad that YouTube people is downloading it so you can see it in how it really is over there. Because I just think I don't need to download that app. It's not necessary. It's not going to do nothing for me. And I think maybe they do take out bits from the app and record it and then go and show it to their friends, the Chinese who whatever
They
China
do because
man.
I'm gonna tell you something. They had when it first like was getting popular and stuff, and certain people that I knew that was like over there, because things change up, so they might have took it off. That's what they were doing though. Like how we screen record and bring this over here, and then we be talking about it in here. That's what these people in other countries was doing and making fun of us. Like, look at this. Like they would go
Yeah,
on their Bigo playing. It used to be an option that you can play somebody else's Bigo while they're live on your live.
yeah, it's true. Oh, someone asked me a question. What kind of cards I have? Oh, this picture was when I used to read people. I used to run a massage business, and I used to read people, and I used to do energy, because I am an energy worker. So this picture is when I was that. This is a shot. This is shaman cards. I was in a coven, and they recommended it to me, and I was using it for the longest time until my youngest one came and washed them away because it's the year was over, and I had to throw them away. She moved my gun from where he was. He was in my front room, and she was only like one. She moved my gun because I'm into ether a little bit.
Right.
I've only got the left hand, but um, I've got a very strong family line. So we have shaman bloodlines in us or something like that. So this cards here is the shaman cards. They're very good. They're very accurate. If once you learn to read them, it's no problem. But you
Right.
know,
It's not that nonsense that Nateri got or whatever and stuff. Because even like when I used to read cards like that, like I would have regular tarot cards, like the Raya weighted or
oh
whatever,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
those, like those these newfangled cards that they have, like they're pretty to look at, but a lot of them is like you don't. It's no intuition of having to read them.
yeah, yeah,
You know, like it's basically the picture. They make the cards now where the picture, all you gotta do is look at the picture and try to figure out yourself what the hell is saying.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it makes it basic where anybody could just pretend and read people, and
yeah.
that's not cool. And some people don't understand that. You gotta be very careful
Mhm,
who you let read you and do things like that to you. Where in
mhm.
this time everyone is doing it. You got TikTok witches and all. You got all this stuff going on, and people don't understand what they're doing to themselves. It's just
Yeah,
like the young girls on TikTok when people be they're teaching people how to do spells on their
yeah,
significant other. People don't understand how it is so dangerous that if you're doing any type of spell work, like I dabble in white magic, even though they say you need a little black magic. Where I don't mess around with that shit because I don't want the repercussions
mm,
of doing something wrong, or and you know it always comes back to you later, basically the favor. So I
yeah,
just deal in white magic like good shit.
yeah,
So free will, people don't understand. You can't play with people free will. A lot of
no,
these girls be wondering why when they break up with a person after they did some spell work on them, why they trying to beat them up or they trying to kill them or they won't
mhm,
go anywhere. It's because you stole their free will. So
yeah,
they're confused. They're like their will has been twisted to just be with you. So they don't know
mhm,
what to do with themselves, and now your ass dead because you thought you wanted this person forever and a day, and now somebody else came and you like them and you want them to just go. People will
yeah,
just take something. You got to do research and history on stuff and be sure that you want to play around with stuff. Because
yeah,
even like what you was talking about with the Orishas and stuff like that, like I'm into that stuff, but like I don't ask for stuff. If you
mm,
get where I'm going, because unless I have the time to give them their offering and their thank yous and stuff,
yes,
I say welcome every morning. I say thank you for everything they've done and what they do and what they're going to do every morning. So I give them their thank you, but I don't ask for special favors if I
mhm,
can't reciprocate anything back to them of my appreciation, because they will
yeah,
come and stop on your head in a
they
way
will.
that you don't want.
They will. True. It's true because the Baba that I showed, there's a video I showed of my Baba, where when I talk to him, because I come from a family, a certain type of family, the spiritual Baptist. I always talk about my spiritual Baptist family. My Right, they're very intuitive, naturally they're that way. So dreams, visions always mean something. Um,
Hmm.
like like in my house, I will see people. My daughter sees people
Right.
like we can be somewhere, the energy could be off, we feel it. So it's very much already in our family already. But his thing was, he kept saying yeah, 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 yeah. Before I had my last one, because I had her late, um I wanted to get initiated, but he kept saying, oh no, you have to go to Africa. But what I was noticing in America, most people was getting initiated, most of their elays was actually in the West. So later on, because I was self-initiated spiritually anyway, the only difference is that how I haven't got the big setup of my altars like I used to when the children was younger.
Hmm.
So, but I realized there's a lot of people who's not meant to be initiated priests and priestesses, but they are,
Right.
because it's all a trend.
It is. Cause like when I used to be into it like that, people wasn't doing all this. People used to look at me funny. You
Mm,
understand? Like what? Oh, you doing voodoo? I was like, listen, you don't know your history or whatever stuff. Cause this is technically what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. If what you want to call it or whatever,
mm,
cool.
mm.
But that's our religion. But it's like you said, it's a fashion trend now where you got a bunch of people on Instagram selling wish bottles and all type of this and this blessed candle. Where it's like, how do you know that that person is even truly blessed to be blessing anything for you? How do you know that your blessings aren't more than that person that supposedly you're buying something blessed from? That's like
Mm,
with Nateri. We
mhm,
see Nateri's whole life at this point. Why
mhm.
would you buy a blessed anything from her? Why would
Yeah.
you put any energy in or around you from her?
Yes, yes, yeah, and plus that time, when you put up the one where she say where she had on the assurance energy on her, she has used
Right.
the assurance energy a few times, but she's also a Lilith because Lilith was not a very good demon, right? So if
Mm-hmm.
you do your research on Lilith, right, which Immortal Morals also said, called her out as well, she is really a Lilith because she don't even know who she is
She
at this
don't.
point, right? She seemed like she's a so-called risk taker, but a risk taker, you can also end up in a bad way because you don't know who you're dealing with. Men has this way where they look really, really away innocent on the outside, right? Because a man
Mm-hmm.
can kill you too. You do him wrong, he will kill you. And especially if you're giving him things like herpes, then you're coming off like as a spiritual whatever you're trying to do, right? You're all
Right.
around the camps. Like, stop. Like, literally. Like, and then turn around and say, okay, right, I'm gonna do readings. Right. And I really agree with you, Coda. Right. It's intuitively, and right, you have to be very intuitive with your cards because there's also a lady I follow on here. She's very intuitive. She's 900%, 99%, I would say, even more
Right.
right. Yeah. And she's an oldie. She's a Jamaican as well, funny enough. Right.
Okay.
And she right, she uses intuitive, she does rituals and everything. And for them to be burning fire, yeah, fair enough. Like, fire burns down Roma, etc., etc. But at the same time, right, you can't be doing certain things, and because Nature Boy has probably done occultic things, he's learned occultic things because he was following Alistair Coley and certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he doesn't show it on camera, it doesn't mean it's not so. But you can tell,
Exactly.
by the face or whatever's going on with him because when you're doing bad things, yes, it shows on your face because you get haggard.
Yeah.
You get
Very
haggard.
much so, and that's what a lot of people don't see. Like, just because you don't see a person doing rituals, you can physically see in them what type
Yeah.
of stuff that they're into when they're into that ritual. So there's times when you look at him, his eyes are fully black.
Yes. I seen that, and I seen the shift. I have seen the demon, but I didn't know his name. It's when that lady Zen, whatever her name was, but even she was suspicious because I did a video on her. She's suspicious too, to a certain extent, because
Right.
how can you clear somebody and then make them your wife?
Right.
You know, right? Right. You're supposed to be the whatever shaman, whatever, the medium, whatever, to that. All right. And after all that, right, you go on video. Oh yeah, right. I'm introducing my wife. Like, what the hell? After she just came from carbonation. So in one sense, I agree. I like what Zen say sometimes, and other times I'm like, I'm not in agreement with her because you can't do that because, like, you have to be. It has to have a crone for the maidens to follow. If the maidens have no directions, they go all over the place, especially with
Right.
magic, whatever. Sorry, I go on.
It's all right.
Get
But yeah,
passionate.
it's like, and that's the whole thing. Like I said, because some people, like I said, I used to read cards and I should do it, but I used to have enough time to do the things that was necessary for my mind to be clear enough to give accurate enough reading. When I stopped doing a lot of things, as far as like cleansing all the time and all this other stuff and certain crystal work and everything, I left it the hell alone because I wouldn't want that on my conscience. Like, I'll read myself sometimes, but even some of my people that I used to read them and it was good, and they were like, "Hey, when you gonna?" I'm like, "I'm not doing that because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do for me to do
Mm,
anything for you. I might sell you something and be completely wrong and ruin your life. I don't
mm,
want that type of responsibility on me because I see how gullible people are in this time. where even if somebody do read you, you still have to have your own discernment to know whether or not it was good or not. It's
Mm.
just like you're supposed to be able to test people that's reading
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
when I go to the brujas or whatever and stuff, when I go to the what you call it, the Santeras or whatever,
Oh
I
yeah. The
test
Enya.
them. I'm not just gonna give you my money because it smells spiritual in here. You understand? or or it's a bunch of statues and I see all the orishas everywhere. I'm not just that doesn't mean nothing to me. Like I have to test you. Like you gonna have to tell me something
Mm.
that I know that you ain't supposed to know.
Mm.
You got to tell at least one thing, just something. I don't. It got to be something that resonate in my spirit, and then I'll go through with it. But I'm not just gonna let whoever do whatever. That's why these people that's letting the Terry and they're paying for this stuff, they gonna have a long, hard road because what about her life makes you think that you want to hear what the hell she's talking about?
True. It's
She can't
true.
tell you about love, none of that. And she be doing love candles. She all the stuff that she is void of is things that she's selling to people, and these
Hmm.
people not getting it.
Hmm.
Like if I
Yeah.
want a love candle, I want a love candle from somebody that you know what I'm saying. If I'm looking for a relationship, like how am I gonna get a relationship? Is this candle gonna help me or whatever
Yeah.
stuff? You better that person better be in a relationship, and it better be a good one.
Yeah. 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 And also the fact that she did Queen of Fua. Queen of Fua's Sacred Woman book is actually a little spell book, really, when you think about it. But it's just Egyptian spells. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
But she was there showing the book. But you should have been doing that book for a long time because that book takes you to places. It takes you to gateways. Even sometimes, like you start seeing things literally coming to you. So I don't. I mean, her time will obviously come because a man. I'm not putting mouth on her. She'll meet. She might meet that man who might find out what's wrong with her, and all that pretty looks ain't gonna stop how he behaves
It's not.
and
That's
how
why
he
I feel she
feels.
keep going back to carbonation and all this solar this and dusty nuts that because she know you go around and you burn somebody that didn't have something in over here in Babylon, you might end up on the news, homegirl.
Yeah.
You might end up on the news. At least if you go over there, you know everybody burning, so it's like it's nothing that more that she can really do
Mm.
to them because they're already messed up.
Yeah.
Because that guy is nowhere to be seen anymore.
Yeah.
That she
Yeah.
was
I
like,
mean,
oh, I want to be celibate with, oh my God, and he's going to be my king. I know it. He's worth the wait and stuff. That nigga ain't nowhere to be seen. And that goes to,
nowhere.
yeah, that goes to show when she be trying to do spells too, it's not fucking working. Because she did an
No.
Oshun love spell that she had put on Instagram. Where it's like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to even be doing that shit. This is what
Yeah.
people don't understand. You're supposed to do that shit alone in private. That is you and your ancestors talking in private.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
go on live and show everybody that you're over by
Everything.
the river with the pumpkin and the honey. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to do that. You're telling on the secrets. You're not supposed to
Yeah.
do that shit.
Yes. 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 But it's like that video I did with me at the ocean, right? Because I was naturally drawn to the ocean. I was naturally feeling the ocean, but I never, like you say, show it on camera because
Right.
so when they see a video like that, right, they think, oh yeah, right, she was just at the ocean. Well, I know I was there, but it just seems like how right, it's a copy show business, it's a wagonist business. And sorry, I think you can hear my daughters talking in the background.
It's
Um,
right.
and it's just wagonist. It's just with everything. There's a trend with everything. Fair enough,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I wish I knew about the Orisha practice from a long time because I think it was more potent then.
Right.
Now anybody
It's
can just
watered
up in,
down.
huh?
It's watered down. That's like when I was younger, like my mother used to go and she used to get like blessed beads and stuff like that. Like so I wouldn't say we were practicing it or anything. Like she would go, they would bless her and they would and stuff like that. But I remember when I was about 15 or 16,
Mm,
because she always used to buy me the white beads, the Obatala beads. I didn't
mm-hmm.
know nothing. I was just thinking these was for fashion, to be quite honest with you, because I didn't know anything about it. So I was like, I want to go and pick out my own beads and stuff, not knowing that each color and pattern meant something. or whatever, I went, she let me go inside the store with her. This is how
Mm,
I knew when some people was real and what
mm,
was real and what was bullshit.
mm,
Because I went to the lady and I told her, I said, I want some red and white beads.
mm,
She said, no, you can't buy any beads from me.
mm.
So I'm looking at her because I'm thinking money talks. You understand? Like everywhere in the world. So I'm like, I got money. What you talking about? I can't buy no beads from you. She said, your mind is not clear.
Mm.
You don't know what you really want, so I can't take any money from you.
Yes,
And
it
she
does.
told me what to go home and do, right? This is how I know she was real though. Cause I'm
Yeah.
thinking she's full of crap. I was like, she don't know nothing about my mind, lady. You just met me. She told me to take an egg and put it in holy water or something and put it under the bed. Whatever it was something she told me to do before I came back and tried to
Mm,
buy anything from me. So I'm
mhm,
thinking I'm smarter than her, and I
mm,
didn't do it. I didn't do
mm,
it. I said, she's full of shit. I'm gonna just come back here next week like I did it, and she gonna give me these damn beads. Watch. I came back there. She knew I didn't do shit. That's when I knew
mm,
she was the truth. Cause I really
mm.
didn't do shit. I didn't even try to do it. I thought I was gonna outsmart her. And she
Yeah,
wouldn't. That's how I knew also she was real, because she wouldn't take my money no matter what. That's why
yeah,
when these people acting like they blessing people and they
yeah,
making them pay all of this for knowledge and pay for that and stuff like that, those is not real. There's no real blessings in that. Cause she could
yeah,
have just took my money and just been like, well, whatever, that's on her. It don't work. But
yeah,
her professionalism and her care about her religion would not let her do that just for a couple dollars.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's true because one time I went into a Haitian voodoo. There's a Haitian voodoo down this place called Brixton in the UK. Because there's a Santeria shop and there's a Haitian voodoo. Anyway, I was looking at the spirit bottles, innit? I was really attracted to the spirit bottles. So the woman turned to me and she said, "Do you know how to work them?" All right, I think I went quiet, and then I just left it because when she said that, and I see, even though it looks good on screen, the way how the Haitians be doing their voodoo, whatever. Maybe if I did bring it now, who knows? Probably it'd be all around the house doing God knows what. So I just left it because it's not everything that you see that they have in those Botanica. You must go pick up, like, yeah, because especially some of the what's it, the like the roots and all that stuff. You
Right,
really, right? They have to be proper experts at everything because
right,
otherwise you just come out and you're just like, you're just like thinking, why is this stuff going on in my house? Even with African mask, certain statues can even stabilize your house. You get no function, everything's static.
right.
So it's a
It's just that
lot.
you have to know, because people don't understand. The Orishas have duality. They're just like us. People
Hmm.
think that they are, all knowing beings, but you have to treat them as if you would want to be treated. And a lot
Hmm.
of people just think you could just be asking and begging them for stuff and they supposed to just give it to you and that's
Hmm.
it and that's all. That's not how it works. It's just like with LA Wild or whatever. If you got
Hmm.
a statue of him in your house, because you have the grown LA Guan, you have the child LA Guan issue.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
that one, like, I remember when I used to have the statues around or whatever, like a few years ago, stuff
Hmm.
would just disappear because he's a trickster. They all
He is.
have personal personality. So something that I knew was on the dresser or whatever and stuff, that's how they interact with you. He's just playing.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
move it, and sometimes I would have to be like, "Listen, I need that. Please put it back." And then magically, it would appear. Not like formation in front of my eyes, but I might
Mm.
leave out the room or whatever, and then I come back, and it's where I put it. Just like he
Mhm.
likes to be free and out and about, like he's a party person in a
Mhm.
way, like him and Shango. So it's like you got to keep them like near the door. You
Mhm.
can't put them like in like some people may try to make a shrine in a closet. You can't.
Can't.
It will mess things up. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he'll be
Yeah.
like, I want to get the hell out of here, and stuff starts
Yeah.
getting destroyed, and you're like, why
Yeah.
is this happening?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. 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 Because even my baba, he explained me how to feed him because I've got the little one, like he's saying, he's at the door. At first, I used to do loads of ceremonies for him and all that, but
Right.
then in the end, he got moved. into the kitchen for a bit, but then slowly he made his way back to the door. So they kind of direct you what they need to do as well. But because, right, I mean, I wanted to learn to throw the carry shield so I can get a yes or a no, but I think it needs to be trained. That's what I was saying to the Baba. I was saying to him, I just want to be trained. I just want to know a little more, because
Right,
it's all in good like left hand, right? But it's nice to know that you can do certain functions, and they literally clear out the house. If the house is a certain way, they will clear it out too.
right.
Like Ogun, he will sweep away anything, and that's why I love Ogun particularly. He's one of my favorite. Not only is he very handsome spirit, but he's very he is he's just so lovely. But I like the Cuban looking one. I love the Cuban looking one because he's dark looking,
Yeah,
and he's very energetic. He don't play, and he has two sides to him as well. But people always associate him with war, but he's not a
right.
warrior alone. He's a healer as well. So
Yep.
it just gets twisted on his head, and um and some and this thing with the Enyas. If you go to the Enyas, everybody just dress up. The Tambos, they dress up and they look the part or whatever. But some of them is really, really into it. You can really tell the ones who's really, really into it, and you can tell the ones who just go there just to look good or whatever. Because it's like a miniature party. That's what it is. It's a miniature party.
Yeah. That's like with
So,
me. Like I like Oshun. Like Oshun has a certain attachment to me or whatever stuff. Because even like I, how you say it? Because I don't know who owns like my crown or whatever and stuff. But a lot of people feel like it may be Oshun because we have a lot of
mm,
similarities as far as
mhm,
things like I like gold and nice stuff. Then I'm also, that's the thing, when I was younger, I used to always be attracted to people with a like Shango macho vibe.
mhm,
It's
mhm.
weird it is, and then if you go and see the story, like they were always back and forth, her and
Yeah, yeah,
Shango and stuff like
yeah,
that, where
yeah.
that's what would light my fire. Like, you understand? Like, I might date somebody that was just regular, and then somebody would come along and they would just have radiate Shango macho, and I would just be
Mhm,
so like, oh my god, you understand?
mhm,
Like I love you.
mhm,
Like, I don't care that you're a messed up person. I just love you. Like, like it was just they aura. That's what the hell it was, or whatever. That's what just radiated off of them. But
mm,
eventually I will get back to being serious. Like right now, I'm just like doing a lot of reading and stuff because, like, as far as my trip with it, it's all been like intuitive, if you could
mhm,
say so. Nobody really helped me or showed me anything. It was just I knew how to do certain stuff.
mm,
It's like I can, like, I have the energy to like bless things. Like I've done candles when I was younger for people, like prosperity candle stuff, and things work. But like I
mm,
said, if my mind is not clear and
mm,
focused and everything is all together, nothing works. So I just don't deal with it because I don't want to do something and then it's wrong, and now I got to pay the consequences
mhm,
of dealing with it. So whatever good things they want to do for me, I'm just happy and grateful
mm,
for whatever it is. I just,
mm,
they just on regular people time. On Sundays and some days, I just sit and dance with them. Like, I play
mhm.
like a lot of the Orish music,
Yeah,
the Yoruba
yeah,
stuff.
the bata. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like I
bata.
just vibe out with them, and
Yeah,
that's about
yeah.
it. But I haven't asked for anything, and I think about 5 or 6 years because,
Mm,
like, when I started to not do things that I was supposed to do, things were starting to get haywire, and I didn't like that. Where it was a
mm,
lot of fixing that had to be done,
mm,
when all it was is they didn't feel appreciated. They feel
mm,
it's just like if a person's always asking you for stuff that's your friend or whoever, and they never are appreciative that you do all of these things for them. They just think that it's mandatory, like you're supposed to do it.
mm.
You're gonna feel a certain way towards them. So
Yeah,
it's like I know what's going on, but I don't try to go to other people that I don't feel like know what's going on and try to impose it on them. Like a lot of these people is doing that might know a little bit about it, and then for
yes.
people that know nothing about it, they act like they know everything, and then they're
Everything.
scamming and getting money off of it.
Do you say I will shake you by the hand? That is absolutely true because I found a good Bubba on here, and he was explaining about the feast and all that, right? Because my Bubba wasn't really telling me nothing. He gave me the warriors. He sort of gave me an outline of what I had to do. I found this Bubba, this Cuban Bubba, and he was talking about the feast of Ilegua, and so I did it. I think I did it one time. I think where I put him out in the sun because you're supposed to sun him and give him coconuts and all this. And I did all that, and I did the Ome Tutu and all that because I literally learned to do it myself, innit?
Right.
Um like you, people always ask me, so what's on your head or what's your ori?
Right.
I said, so I go, I don't know. I think I'm all of them, but I'm quite playful. Yeah, right. I'm a playful person because even the bubble was saying, oh yeah, right, you could be issue, right? But
Right.
I'm very, but then I have another side to me. I can be quite fiery, hot, and just want to cut off your head, and that's it. And I mean, I don't, right, I don't. I'm one of them. I don't say a lot, but I will do the action. So I won't really shout and cuss you and all that. I'll probably just get a knife and just stab you and done the show. I'm one of them. So, um, so, but Yamaya, I was always called to the beach because I kind of grew up round going to the beaches and all that, doing ceremonies around that, because that's what most spiritual Baptist
Right.
is about. So, so seals, you see seals every day in your house. You see candles burning in your house. That's just a practice all around Trinidad and wherever Trinidadians reside. So it's nothing to you seeing a 7 day candle and all that. So even the sigils, I think I did one sigil one time. I've done a VV, I've done the odd jar, but I don't keep up with it because I'm kind of rebellious. I can't do things
Right.
and I'm a Sagittarius as well. Funny enough, so I'm a Sagittarius. So it's like if it gets too boring, I get
Yeah,
tired.
I think that's just maybe it's just a general thing because I'm a Capricorn and I'm like that. Where if it gets too repetitive for me
Mm,
and I'm not interested, I it's like I don't have the same fire about it,
mm,
which
mm.
is not good. But I'm trying to work on that or whatever. But like when I would go a lot of the times into botanicas and stuff, like people would just be like, "Oh, I feel Oshun on you," or they'll say whatever, and so it should just be weird sometimes. I'll be like, "Okay," or whatever. And I remember when I went to get like my first reading
Mm,
or whatever,
mm,
and she she was like, "That's something with La Gua or whatever," because in Santeria, Saint
mm,
Michael is the
mm.
mass for La Gua, like
Yeah, he
because
is. Yeah,
Santeria is a mix of like Catholicism and
yeah,
Yoruba in a weird way.
yeah,
Where when I around that time, I was still kind of like in the streets or whatever and doing a lot
yeah,
of stuff. And I used to always wonder, like, I used to be like, damn, everybody going to jail but me. Like, you understand? Like, I never
mm,
would get police
mm,
problems
mm,
at all. Like, like not questioned, not nothing. And she explained she was like that Saint Michael. Supposedly that has something to do with keeping people out of jail,
mm,
which technically is La Gua because he's the
mhm,
mask. That
mhm,
he had a liking to me.
mhm,
So that's when
mhm,
I knew it was time for me to like, not like leave the street stuff alone. You feel
mm,
me? Because I'm like, all right, maybe I'm working him too much and stuff. Where like I was very grateful, like thank you for caring enough for me because not trying to be funny, I was in the street, but I wasn't made for jail. I already know that. Everybody in
mm,
that street ain't made for jail. Like so, I'm just grateful. I've never been to jail.
mm,
I've never had to tell anyone either because you say you've never been to jail and you've been in the street and people think you done snitched on people. Like, no, it's just luckily the saints knew
mm,
better. Like, okay, she's poor baby. She don't know better. We got greater things for her. So, let's just, let her bump her head a little bit, but let's not end it all for her.
mhm,
So then
mhm,
I just was like, I'm cool on street stuff. Like I still have friends that's still in the street, but I'm like I'm over with that. It's corny.
mm, mm, mm,
You
mm.
know?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. But I do believe you do have Ocean because I seen pictures, I seen videos of you. You do have that vibe about you naturally. Naturally, I think you're just naturally that way. Naturally, there's no denying it. That is you. Probably like as soon as you and her become one as well, right? She will appear to you because I know somebody, and she says she appeared to her. She appeared to her as a younger woman, and she appeared
Right.
to her as an older woman. So she's seen her, and Because there was Ocean Festival the other day, she didn't want to go. But she said Ocean came to her and she spoke to her, and somehow she ended up going, and it was the traditional Nigerian one, with the maiden carrying the thing on their head, everything,
Right.
right? So yeah, I think you are. I definitely think you are that way, and I also think that how with daughters of Oshun, they can shake up a lot of things too. You can't step on them the wrong way because they will
Yeah.
just do you something.
Yeah. Like we love, like I love people really hard. Like I'm a very loyal person, but like
Hmm,
if you cross that, it's like a wrath that
hmm,
comes out because I
hmm,
feel like I've been genuine. You feel me? Where it's
hmm,
like my love for people or love to people or however you want to call it, and my
hmm,
loyalty is genuine. It doesn't come
hmm,
from a place like, okay, I gotta fake be nice to this person because it's something I want to get from them. Like if I fuck with people, I just fuck with them,
hmm, hmm,
whether you poor, whether you rich, whether you ugly, whether you not. If I feel you a good person and that's just what it is. So if
hmm,
I go out my way for you and you do some old snake shit, it's like I have to balance things out. Where it's like just
hmm,
as nice as I was to you, now I have to be a complete almost demon, like
hmm,
to get my energy. I feel like to get my energy back, because then I feel like all that positive energy was wasted for nothing.
hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah, yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and jump down because
I know, because we was been talking forever, because you supposed to have been jumped down. I'm sorry I held you. I'm sorry. But it feels good sometimes, like to be talking to people that because some people is like I don't knock anybody's religion, whatever
Hmm,
makes you feel whole. Because at the end of the day, I feel like all these religions, we're all gonna end up the same place. It's just how some people speak Spanish and some people speak French. You understand,
yeah,
but it's still the same message, just in a different thing. So I
yeah,
think religion is just made to get the people on the path that needs to be on the path to wherever it is we going after here,
hmm,
but we're
yeah,
all basically going to the same damn place. It's just some people can take the Torah's
hmm,
definition better than they can take the Bible, or can take the Bible better than they can take the Quran. You get what I'm saying? It's
hmm,
just it's
yeah,
something to get the people on the same path, but
yeah,
it just looks different. So
yeah. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. But I'm not. I don't want to start another conversation
okay.
before the chat gets mad with me.
No, it's no, because the chat is vibing. We call the game. We in here vibing. Whoever say the people, the real is in here. So it is what the hell it is. We all love in here. Everybody has something to say. Like no one person is more important than the other. Like this is my channel, but we family here. So at the end of the day, is no, like it's not like I'm over anybody or any of y'all. Like so, whatever y'all want to talk about, we could talk about. You get what I'm saying? Because it's cool
Yeah.
to talk about dusty nuts. You understand? But we all got other shit going
Mm-hmm.
on. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like we don't have to just keep the focus on his ass. We could have our key, and then you
Hmm.
get what I'm saying. Check up
Hmm.
on each other. What's going on? What you doing? What's your channel doing? Like you understand? Like go over
Hmm.
here. Like that's what it's about. You
Hmm.
understand? Like my coat is different.
Hmm. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, my coat is different. Yes, it's the free will coat. But But listen, I love all of y'all. Thank you, Osun, for coming up. Like this, this was an awesome. But okay, Kamani, you hear him? Like he is so demanding. Like give me 2 seconds. He's okay now. Look, like he be always yelling at me like he's my father or something. Like no, I'm the parent. Stop yelling at me and telling me what to do. I'm supposed to tell you what to do. Now he looking at me. He don't like snitches, so he looking at me and giving me the look like mine. Shut the hell up. Why you telling these people my business? Okay, I'm going, Kamani. Okay, don't beat me up. All right. Love you guys. Be
Okay.
safe. And
All
until
right.
next time, okay, we
Okay.
out of here.
All right. All right. Bye.